3G's family, what's going on? It's your boy GMS. You know I had to come through and switch it up a little bit. We had to take out that old intro and bring in a new one. And you already know what time it is. 3G's family, let's go.
We them 3G's till we expanded. Got a fourth, her name is Binki. She didn't want to change the four, so we still 3G's. But you gon' still see her and hear her on the big screen. Kicking game with GMS and Blackk G. Spitting facts and make you laugh, we the new dream team. You can't compare them other shows out here that's on the scene. Can't nobody do it better than the 3G's, cause we them 3G's. Yeah, fresh out Minnesota, Milwaukee out in Florida. We your ghetto reporters, talking shit that's important. Educating your minds and putting the shit in order. Pull up that holy water, roll up right out the quarter. Pull up to the chat and Lorda. We legends like Richie Porter, but won't find us on the corner. Hustle off this mic recording. We stay locked in like solitary confinement. You can't buy this type of common sense that we providing. Don't need no topics, we can do an hour just vibing. No silence, we riding. That goofy ish not flying, no lying. It's just some real life ish. And if you looking for me, I'll be with them 3G's, bitch. Hey, them 3G's till we expanded. Got a fourth, her name is Binki. She didn't want to change the four, so we still 3G's. But you gon' still see her and hear her on the big screen. Kicking game with GMS and Blackk G. Spitting facts and make you laugh, we the new dream team. You can't compare them other shows out here that's on the scene. Can't nobody do it better than the 3G's, cause we them 3G's, yeah.
Yo.
Hey, yo, what's going on, 3G's family?
What up, dog?
How y'all feeling?
Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong side. Hold on.
Peace and
Wrong
blessings.
side, west side, east side, south side.
Hey, shout out to the G's in the chat, man. We appreciate y'all as always.
Of
Yes.
course, man. What we got? Who we
Happy
got in here,
Wednesday.
man? Will Stumbling is here. Alma's here. T-Fam 1. G Swift. A-Hop 1. All the ones is in the chat, man. I am Mib. I am
Oh, yeah, I never seen that name.
I
Hi.
am Mib.
Hey, I am Mib. Make sure you hit the like when you came in here. Shout out to y'all. As y'all can see, surprise, it's a different three people behind the intro this week. That's the game y'all got to start playing. Y'all need to
Like,
start
who
playing
gonna be
some
on today? And shit.
Y'all need to start y'all 3G's bracket and see who y'all gonna get every Wednesday and shit.
Real shit.
Exactly.
Why not have that little gamble going and shit? That shit might work out.
That'd be funny as hell.
Blackk G, did he tell y'all what's going on? Okay.
Yes. Well, yes. I mean, he said that basically his lady is having contractions. It's not completely sure whether or not she's going to go into active.
It could just be gas, everybody. So let's hold up a second.
She may have to hit the commode.
But she's starting to dilate.
Yeah, no,
So she is starting to dilate. Just not sure if she's in active labor. So obviously
Okay.
that's
Shout out
very
to Blackk.
important. So shout out to Packy and the new little G on the way.
Sideways.
He said, I am IB. That's how you
I
say
am
his
IB.
name.
Okay.
Wow, we would have never
We sounded
guessed
stupid
that.
as hell then. Talking about some I
I
am.
am Ib.
Hey, now y'all see what I go through and shit. Why I look retarded and shit trying to read these niggas.
Well,
names.
we can read that. Nobody can read that.
So it's just me, huh?
Yeah.
He said, I'm the lone wolf, huh?
So barbershop Matt. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to barbershop Matt. Not a baby, it's a boy. It's on me though. A harpoon. Shout out to a harpoon. I was fucking niggas' names up for years.
I was Bikini Bianca for a long
That was
time.
Bikini Bianca.
Bikini
dog.
Bianca's hilarious.
Even after I was told I couldn't correct it, I was like, "It look like bikini if I look fast, bitch." It look like, you turn your head fast, that's bikini, goddamn.
He said you look fast enough. That's what it is. He said, I'm not finna fuck my brain up and make myself all Villalago or what do you call it? What's vertigo? Get vertigo because you motherfuckers Don't want me to read.
Hey, that's what real dyslexia is. You just impatient in a motherfucker. Like, I ain't got time to finish names and words and shit, bitch. Let's move on. Turn the page, goddammit. Let's get on with this shit.
Exactly. Oh my God. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all have liked this video and subscribe if you haven't already.
Oh, yeah.
So how y'all been the last week?
Great.
Oh
shit.
man.
Okay, I don't know. Good, I guess.
He said, I don't know. You don't know how
regular.
you been?
Yeah, regular. I mean, listen, man, if things ain't bad, they good. Simple as that.
Yeah.
It take a lot for something to be bad. You know, some things happen, you deal with it. But if it ain't bad, then it's good, my nigga.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm not complaining, man. You know, we all go through regular real life shit, but for the most part, everything is moving, man.
If y'all want to go into some heartfelt shit, go ahead. If y'all been through some shit, talk about it.
Ain't nobody been through nothing.
I want to hear that shit though. I'm just saying. I'm just opening up the door. People we don't gotta say it's good if it ain't good. There's a good community of people where you might help somebody by speaking on things that you go through. That's all I was saying.
No,
Go ahead, GMS. Wait, before you get too deep,
go ahead.
Let's shout out Musa49. Thank you so much for the 20, Musa. He said, y'all busters and the lovely Bink can never have a full house. Shout out to congratulations to Pac G. Ain't it crazy? It's a trip, okay?
That was the strategy of making sure Binky could join. We like, at least we gonna have 3 motherfuckers. I don't know who them 3 gonna be, but we gonna at least have 3 motherfuckers. One nigga call in,
Yeah,
we done had random motherfuckers off the internet. Like, this is Jabba Jew. This I'm a mod.
We got Jabba Dabba Doo.
This I am mod coming in. He gonna be joining us at.
You got Leviticus 38 showing up today.
Bringing them off the YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
This is our good friend. Look, Bobby Glantine and shit. Like, this is my
oh my God, that's so funny. Bobby was hilarious with that. Yeah, I forgot that Mama. That we had a baby. It's a boy. Phone commercial. I was trying to remember, where did I hear that from? Shout out to you, Beast Dude. Yeah,
we used to do that shit for
hilarious.
Real though. We'd be like, Mama, come pick us up. We at the mall. Hurry up! I'll be by the food court.
That's a fucked up way to ask for a ride.
That's how you do anything and shit. Yeah. Like, they try to ambush me.
Oh my God!
It was me and the brothers.
But I can't remember, what was it like? It was collect calls or something. You're trying to say it when you're supposed to say your name.
You're supposed to say like, you have a
hurry up, I'm about to die.
You have a collect call from. Come and bail me out.
Yo, it's crazy to think like sometimes we used to be so broke we did not have a quarter to make a call. Like,
not only that, your family damn sure wasn't finna accept no collect call. That was the issue. They got billed. They got billed for accepting a collect call.
Imagine.
So it wasn't about our quarter. We was broke on both ends.
That's true.
Imagine you got 2 minutes left on your cell phone and you in a dire situation. You got to make that call. Nigga come in the mall, start shooting that shit up. You got to try to call somebody to go pick you up. You got a minute 45 seconds left before your shit cut out.
Who do you call? What do you
Not
use
the
your
motherfucker
juice
that's
on?
gonna ask all the goddamn questions like, what you mean somebody shoots you? I just said somebody shoots some shit up. Get your ass to the phone. Somebody shoot some shit up. Yes, nigga, I just said.
Stop asking all these questions.
Ask some fucking questions. Get the goddamn car.
Well, what do they look like?
Where you at?
Just look for me.
Nigga, I'm using my power up on a Google search, like how to get away from an active shooter.
That's so crazy though. It's like phones are so accessible now. It's almost like hard to really remember not having a whole computer in your hand.
Right.
Anyway,
you know how it feels.
Anyway, okay. Shout out to K Cherie GMS. Shout out to K Cherie. Thank you for the $19.99. She said, if it's the real thing, I pray for a safe and smooth delivery for baby Pac G and mommy. Yes. And I did text him that too. I'm like, I will be praying for you guys, all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Safe and happy delivery for everybody.
I pray for a healthy baby. You know, these babies be coming out sideways these days.
Wow.
Oh,
damn, that was a wild way to throw
My
shots
bad.
at Beyonce.
My bad. Is it true or not? Y'all know some sideways ass
Beyonce,
babies.
how I get it?
You see that motherfucker up there?
Oh my, leave that baby alone.
Man, they be trying to direct her bad as a bitch. Like, all right, not now. Butterflies. Like got cold words for this bitch to calm down and relax.
Y'all crazy. I feel like she's acting like an 8-year-old that's excited.
Blue do the 3 taps on her shoulder.
What, nigga? What did I say when Ye got in trouble for bringing that shit up? I said it's probably fucking true.
That don't mean he should have brought it up because it's unconfirmed.
You can laugh, but it's also very sweet, man. It's
excited. Listen, if I had thousands of people like cheering me on or whatever, I would be looking like that too. Like, oh, like that would be so exciting, you know.
Mine would be in the back of mine would be like everybody else used to do, like who is that in the back room? That's our daughter. She go feed your sister.
I know he's telling the truth too.
Go feed your sister and let her out.
Like a puppy. You better
let your sister outside and feed her.
Wow. But I know he's telling the truth.
He said, "Go let her out." What the fuck is that?
He said mine.
Hey,
then
your sister just hook a little hook to her waistband, and it goes to a long ass cord that's tied to the tree in the back. And shit.
She got to stop her and shit. Nah, don't be too fast now.
Man, go check on your sister. It sounds like it's raining. It's about to start raining.
Wow.
That's
Whatever,
fucked
man.
up, dog. That's fucked
Whatever.
up.
Y'all act like
It's
niggas
funny.
used to do that. I grew. Listen,
Used to. They still do that. We got uncles and cousins like that now.
But they bogus for that. But back in the day, that was real shit.
That was normal.
No, they would have that child
Mm-hmm.
put up somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
And then they grow up to be the uncle, like the uncle you hardly ever see them.
And, only time you see him is at church in a big ass suit, a suit that ain't been tailored.
Oh, stop.
Licking their goddamn mouth. Uncle Bobby Lee, you gonna play the drums? I'm gonna play drums. I'm gonna play drums.
His autistic ass was amazing. Nigga was playing with one hand and shit.
Bending like this.
Nigga had the chimes.
Lil Sam.
My name Lil Daryl.
All genres.
Nigga, but it was Lil Sam across the street from my grandma's house.
Mm-hmm.
His pops was like 80. That nigga probably was 40 something. I don't know it, but you know, we played with him like he was our age. We played with him like he was our age and shit. You know what I'm saying?
He only was swing music on the drums and shit.
Man, I'm just saying they used to have the fridge lock. They had locks on the fridges, on the cabinets and shit.
That's fucked up.
Man,
he couldn't watch his drink intake. Nigga was drinking too much juice and shit. Belly be
no, dumbass drinking Clorox and shit. Like why you ain't locked the Clorox back up? Now we gotta take Lil Sam to the mercy and shit.
You're supposed to be watching him.
Lil
Carter older than me. No, he's not.
Lil Carter girl done swallow some goddamn
Now this nigga growing hair on his tongue and shit.
She gonna get to the roach to the little roach jail, whatever the fuck that shit is.
Oh, the Roach Motel.
The little roach. It's some little jail that work good as a bitch. You put.
I thought you meant the motel.
You put a sticky dab of roach killer jail. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. Roach toothpaste. Goddamn, put that shit on the little windowsill. Nigga, kill it everything.
And leave their legs behind.
Dead ass right.
God.
Imagine you in your mansion. Imagine you in your mansion. 5, 10 million, $20 million mansion, and you just seeing roaches and shit. I'll be like, this is some bullshit.
No.
I'm gonna have to call my realtor and get at least
that's how whatchamacallit
15% back.
Why? Saw a roach?
If you saw a roach, man.
No, he's saying if you saw it.
Oh, you saying that's what you would do?
Yes, I would do. I'm gonna call a realtor. The person that sold it to me, I need 15% back, bitch. You got roaches in my shit.
Listen, man, in Mexico, I was in Cancun, and I had to kill a roach in the hallway, kind of right outside my door. Right.
Yeah.
I left that bitch there because I can remember where my fucking my room was from the roach. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, let me just leave that motherfucker. So if I'm drunk stumbling back to this bitch, I know that my shit right here. You know what I'm saying? And they come in, and spray your room throughout your stay. So they be like, you know, we want to come in and clean. You like, no, I don't need no clean. They like, we need to come in and clean.
We recommend.
Yeah, very much. So
highly recommend.
Nigga, I'm just saying.
Eat the free breakfast while we
Hawaii worse.
They worse. They have
Hawaii is worse. So Hawaii,
nigga. But they got the fat joints out there.
No.
They do. No. They got palmetto bugs out there too.
Well, I wouldn't even know that as a roach. You gotta be from Florida to know that as a roach. That's a beetle to me. We come from them German roaches. We got
that's a gourmet roach.
Yeah, we got little ass German roaches. Them little smack
little dirty ones.
Them smack cereal looking ones.
Them niggas got exquisite names.
I'm just saying that's what they have.
Palmetto.
Isn't that a wine?
They just
prestigious roaches, nigga.
They're
when
trying
you
to be
see them on the wall, they're like, hello.
They bougie with the other roaches.
Don't mind me. I'm just stopping by.
Damn.
On my way to the bank.
That's what they call Beyonce and them younger daughter and shit. Like little palmetto bug. Give me my little palmetto bug.
That's so wrong. I can't. Y'all leave that baby alone.
She keep getting into the roach spray. Goddamn, get my little palmetto bug over there.
I thought they were twins though.
Who? Well, yeah, it's a boy and a girl.
Oh,
but the boy,
they don't mongrel. Where he at?
Yo.
Listen, I don't know why they don't bring him out, but it could be that maybe he gets overstimulated easily.
Hey, they don't. Guys.
Oh, shit.
He got Jay-Z features. That nigga, they like, we can't show this nigga until this nigga face change a little bit. We gotta get this nigga a brain transplant and a face transplant before we start showing this motherfucker.
Oh boy.
Yo, this nigga's going to hell.
Listen, it's y'all friend, okay?
Oh shit.
Shit.
Holy moly donut shop.
Man, everything's a joke, goddamn it. This world is a joke. God made these niggas. God said, you know what? Fuck it.
You
Extra
right.
chromosome for this nigga. Bow. Like
he had his reasons.
Get a chromosome. You get a chromosome.
Wow.
Bro, I'm sweating, bro. What the fuck is going on?
Did you miss AP?
Why them niggas ain't accepted in the military? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with cognitive ability. I don't really know. I mean, you can't even get in there with flat feet, can you? I mean, there's like certain things they just
imagine you being a rebel for ISIS or something, or the Taliban.
Oh shit.
And just a whole motherfucking horde of goddamn American palmetto bugs just come running over the hill at you.
No. I'm gone.
And they just la, 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 la.
I'm gone.
That shit kind of happened in Mississippi, but it was like a smorgasbord of different bugs and shit like that. It was like praying mantises, roaches, June bugs, all types of shit. We were in Mississippi for a family reunion, and during the day we would cut. We were in a motel, and it was a big ass like motel that you had to walk all the way around the building to get to the pool. But there was like a little sliver of a hallway that it was a shortcut we walked through, during the day. We were like, yo, we want to go back to the pool later tonight. We all gonna go there, all our cousins. We gonna go over there and like 8 o'clock when it get dark and just swim. So we're like, all right, we gonna go. So we start going, and we get to the hallway. There's lights going all the way down the hallway, and those lights inevitably attracted all these different bugs. So they was all lined up on the wall. So we're like, man, fuck it, we gonna walk through. As soon as we start walking through, it was like a movie. Everything was still, everything was Little bugs just crawling, one shit happening, little flies and shit like that, like flying around, but it wasn't shit. We start getting in. As soon as we get in the middle, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, all that shit just started going crazy.
And where was this at?
Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
And we just started running, dog. I'm talking about as soon as we get out the hallway, everybody.
I wonder if that's where that news reporter was. Remember that news reporter video where the fly flew in his mouth?
Yeah. Imagine what hit your head and slide, hit your nose, then hit your lip, but just
bing, you know down your face. I hate the sound of a like a mosquito or a fly buzzing in your ear. Imagine that shit 20 different times in the span of 30 seconds. No. Nigga, I felt like I was in a movie. I had to get the fuck away. Like we all ran out, jumped straight in the pool. Niggas had bugs floating in the pool and shit.
Oh no, they was trying to get y'all.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Hey, we real prejudiced against certain kind of bugs though, dog. Some bugs you see that motherfucker, you like, live free, my little dragonfly. Go into the world, my little dragonfly. You know what I'm saying?
Terrified of dragonflies. I don't know why. I don't like them motherfuckers. The way that they fly.
Yeah, people say they don't bite, but I'm like, is this confirmed?
They slick to me. They look like helicopters. Little fucking.
Yeah.
What they call them? Goddamn Black Hawks. Goddamn it. I don't know what the fuck they call.
But they're loud. Like their wings are loud. I don't know. They give me chills. Like.
And their flight is weird because they can literally stop in a dime and switch, directions, all like that shit, do all that weird ass shit. They unpredictable. So I just stay away from them. But for the most part, they going and getting mosquitoes and other bugs and shit. They don't fuck with people.
I feel like the only bug that I'm not afraid of is spiders. I am not as
what?
I'm not. I was about to say scared. I'm not afraid of spiders.
You pulled the Rugrats move. You said like Tommy Pickles. I'm not as scared.
I'm not as scared.
You sound like Philly Lil.
I'm not like, I think because they move kind of slowly, or at least the ones that I've ever seen, like in a house or apartment, they don't move that fast. So I think that's why they don't scare me, and they're helping me by eating the bugs in the house. So I kind of let them do their
start
thing.
Pulling the Peter Parker move when they start crawling, they're fucking ascending down from the fucking ceiling.
God, yeah.
I done had that shit happen to me so many times where I'm just sitting there and all of a sudden at the corner of my eye, I just see a motherfucker just. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing, man? The fuck?
Spiders don't bother me either. I kind of them another one that I let live and shit. I'm like, man, you got it, brother.
Yep.
Today's your lucky day. You know what I'm saying? If anybody else in the house would have found you, they would have killed your ass. I fuck with you.
I let them make it. But anything else, I can't think of anything else. Even like ants, I don't mind them, but I don't want to get bit by them. So I don't let them make it. Like I definitely get rid of them. But roaches for sure. I run from those. So we get the big ones here, the palmettos.
What about the centipedes or millipedes, whatever?
See, we don't get those down here. Apparently, y'all get them up there. AP had a visitor last week. When I was in Maryland, I think I saw them. Man. They're scary. Yeah.
When
we had an episode before when I had one that was in the corner of my bathroom. Man, this shit was
a centipede.
Yeah, them shits.
Them are creepy
ass
fast
as fuck, bro. They fast as shit.
They're a creepy bug. They run fast. They grow big as fuck.
Nigga got 1,000 legs. He better run fast.
I told y'all the one I killed had to be old as a motherfucker. That motherfucker was, seeing the civil rights movement, all kind of shit.
Take me out.
I was like, how old is you, motherfucker, to be this big?
He said 67 of my 100 legs don't work. Please take
that motherfucker. He was ready to die too. He was like, man, come on, man, help me out, man. I got lung cancer. I got prostate cancer. I've been trying to die for years.
No, he was sitting there. We was talking before.
2 of my kids got the palmetto
and he syndrome. Freaked out. Like he was like, oh shit. He was like, oh shit.
His whole expression
changed. Yeah, and he like hit it hard as fun. I'm like, did you just kill it? And he was like, yeah, now I gotta go get another tissue because that was the tissue I was gonna use. I'll be back. Yeah.
Imagine letting these motherfuckers grow to prehistoric dinosaur size. In other countries like Madagascar and shit, some of them bugs be size of motherfucking animals. You know what I'm saying? So
Australia too.
I couldn't fucking imagine that.
I don't have any desire to go down there. Sorry,
have y'all seen that King Kong movie? I forgot which Kong.
King Kong.
Was,
yeah.
But it was the one where the motherfucking they were in the jungle or whatever, and dude thought it was a bunch of bamboo trees. But dude thought he saw another tree, and it was really a big ass spider leg, and it came down and impaled his ass.
That's another like praying mantises and motherfucking them daddy long legs.
Praying mantises rip your motherfucking head off with the quickness.
Those some creepy ass. But you know what? Roaches used to be like the worst shit you could ever imagine until them goddamn bed bugs.
Oh,
bed bugs changed the motherfucking game. They like the YNs.
They are.
See, roaches is like the Crips and the Bloods in the 90s. Bed bugs is like these new niggas, these young niggas. You know what I'm saying? These a whole nother level.
Bugs are the most dangerous niggas.
They gonna bite you. They out for blood all day.
They gonna steal your kid in front of your face, nigga.
No matter what it takes.
I'm used to the roaches, nigga. You can listen to Spice One and play with them motherfuckers. These little niggas.
Bed bugs will take over your house.
I seen it, bro.
I
seen that shit. I done told that story before out here. My homeboys had bed bugs. You could lift the couch cushion back and see like 100 of them just lined up, moving, just scrambling over each other.
And if you see them, then it's even worse because usually bed bugs you can't see. Like so when you can see them, that's like a whole nother
the niggas
level.
Was making a whole society, nigga. They made a whole economy in that motherfucker.
Y'all heard of this before?
What about the Chinese coffin beetle? Why am I reading like AP tonight? Coffin beetle. I never heard of that.
Don't put that retarded slow shit on me. I sound shit out as is written. If these niggas write bad, I'm gonna read it like that. I'm Ron Burgundy in this motherfucker.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Yeah. But you never heard of that? Have y'all heard of that, bud?
I haven't. Have you?
You know why? This is a case of when somebody parents lied to your ass when they saw a roach.
A roach?
CL, I hate to break it to you, but them Chinese coffin beetles were nothing more than a roach, my nigga, with a cold.
I can't. He's talking about.
Sorry. I know you grown as hell. Go ahead. G.
How you spell cicada? You know the bug?
SEC. Does it start with an S or a C? See, I don't even know.
I don't know.
But I know what you're talking about. Those are those.
It's a C.
Okay. Yeah. Those are those seasonal bugs that come through.
Yeah, but I'm gonna show you what I ran into one day. It's a cicada killing hornet.
Nope. Oh my lord.
You see how big? So you know how big a cicada is. Look how big that motherfucker is. And compared to a hand.
Oh no, no.
This was outside my job last year.
What?
Yeah, this moment.
So y'all get those too.
I was up front. That motherfucker. I heard a clash on the window. It was like doom. Like it sounded like somebody knocked on the window. I looked over. I didn't see nobody. And then I heard a knock again. I looked back. That motherfucker. I said, I know I'm not seeing a science experiment outside the motherfucking door right now. I've never seen a bee or a hornet that big in my life. I thought it was the killer or the whatever that fucking Japanese killer fucking hornet shit that they said was coming here. It's bigger than that, but I thought that's what that was. But apparently it's a cicada killing hornet. I was like, well, as long as you killing cicadas, nigga, stay away from me.
Yeah, those are what do they call it? Invasive species, right?
The murder hornet is different. Yeah,
they want you to do things to get rid of them, right?
Right. You're not supposed to
biological attack on the brothers.
You're not supposed to get rid of those, but if you do see a murder hornet, you gotta do something about that.
Oh, but not the cicadas.
Yeah, the cicada killing hornets, they do not mess with people. They only go for what they go for.
Man,
they
I'm
got
not
a specific hunt strategy.
I wouldn't stick around no hornet to find out what brand of breed that motherfucker.
Exactly.
What flavor does he prefer?
Yeah, hornets. I ain't never trying to use.
Have y'all seen the guy that does the sting test? It's this white dude that goes around and he finds different hornets. He's had the murder hornet, another type of Japanese hornet, and some other fucking scorpions, all types of shit. Some type of blue hornet where he'd capture them, take the tweezers, put it up to his arm, and have them sting him so he could feel the pain level of them. Wow. And this shit is because
is it science? Is he a scientist or something?
It's something like that. I just know he does that shit for YouTube, and it's the craziest shit to watch.
Anything you can do anything on YouTube. I'm gonna be a fucking roach catcher on YouTube. I'm gonna start a roach catching channel.
Oh,
just
said, I'm only catching palm olive roaches today.
Yeah, I'm catching all breeds and races of roaches.
You really could, and you make it big. I had literally just scrolled past the story the other day of some guy saying, I uploaded a video on my worst day 5 years ago when I was having a problem with my bug catching. And I, thanks to you guys for following me through that. And I'm like, what? So yes, people will watch you for stuff like that. If you do weird things with bugs, there's an audience for it.
I grow me a mullet and shit and just be catching roaches and shit in the hood. Hey, would you rather, just for GMS, would you rather sleep in a roach-infested motel? I mean, infested. Like, they're not even trying to hide. They all over the place. Sleep there for a night or kiss Cassie in the mouth?
Fuck. The uncomfortability of spending an entire night fighting off roaches.
Yeah. How long does he need to kiss her for?
Yeah, that's another thing.
It's just a makeout session. Tongue,
Is this free stores
passionate tongue down.
Oh, so this is when she got the sores in her mouth. Okay.
Hey,
this is like just knowing her past.
Sores or no sores. You just going in for the kill. You kiss.
I'm sorry, but a nigga named Punisher was demolishing. I can't. I'm sorry. The roaches, bring it on, motherfucker. I'm like Jon Snow and goddamn
Game of Thrones. But
nigga, I'm standing alone, nigga, with my sword.
But GMS, you telling me the fact that she was fucked by a dude named the Punisher, is it not the fact that she was choking on niggas' piss and that kind of stuff? Because who cares?
Well,
we all get fucked.
I said the sores. Yeah.
But what if he didn't leave her with no sores? What if he didn't leave her with no sores?
Oh, well, I mean, if you're getting defecated on and pissed on,
right.
I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Yeah.
The great one, like, shit, I kiss hoes all the time. This shit ain't really nothing. You just got to gurgle.
I take my chance with the person.
Nigga, I'm rapping.
Buck her up, Cassie.
Now, mind you,
you got to eat the booty.
Not knowing is, you can tolerate some not knowing. But when you know, that shit is a different fucking story, dog.
Yeah.
You can't unring that bell.
Yeah. Once I know, it's like,
He said joking on this.
Now here's another example. Let's say a girl you fucking on tells you that her ex, all you know is they had a bad breakup. You don't know why. Now you've been fucking this girl for 3 months. Now all of a sudden she say, well, I found out he was down low and he ended up contracting HIV. But I got tested though, and I'm good though. Like what?
He said, I'm gonna just assume you undetected.
I'm just saying, like, some shit, once you know, how do you continue? Would you rather that or finding out the girl your cousin 6 months later? Finding out she your cousin or she a perfect stranger that ex was a nigga with HIV?
Damn, so you're gonna have to Kevin Gates it.
Yeah.
You have to Kevin Gates it.
I'm rocking out with cuz though, man.
Y'all already crashed out.
I'm rocking out with cuz though, man.
Y'all already broke the mold. He said,
look,
we already fucked.
Look, we can get her tested 5 more times. I'm still gonna choose cuz. Like, shit. I could always call your mama if you start tripping this shit.
He said, this is preposterous.
Call auntie on your ass.
Hey, let me show y'all this shit real quick. I want to show this for the chat too, because I want to scar their minds real quick.
Oh Lord, I'm scared. Go ahead, bring it up, AP.
Oh, my bad. What happened?
And now it gets intense. I have to figure out the best way to pick up this giant. I want to grab right onto the back of its thorax behind the wings so I have full control. All right, you guys got a good shot. All right, I'm going to slightly have to maneuver myself just a little bit here. Ooh, it is not happy. This is one angry hornet. Hold on. Gotta get it to turn. Oh, it's turning. Hold on a second.
The music scared me.
You like a motherfucker.
Control your nerves, Coyote. Control your nerves. My heart is racing a million miles a second, and I can't keep my hands still to grab onto the inside. Hold on. The hornet is actually biting onto the forceps.
You know, if that motherfucker got loose, he going straight for him.
Okay, got it. I've got it. Perfect hold.
Look at that.
That's what we want.
All
right, everyone, just take a moment to
No, we want to watch you get stung, bro.
That is an enormous.
Oh, that's where everybody rewinds to, right there.
1, 2. Here we go. 3.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, this thing is stuck in my arm. Oh!
What the fuck?
Ooh.
How bad is it?
Oh man, wave of dizziness really quick.
Not a wave, but not a vicious wave of dizziness.
Absolute searing pain. There's where the stinger went in right there. Did you not see how slow this thing was? Oh!
I see blood.
Ah! Oh my gosh! Ah!
What the hell?
Oh my gosh!
I know it's tough to describe it. You gotta describe it for us.
Okay. My hand is completely seized up and locked in place. This is like the tarantula hawk. Look at the swelling.
Oh, good God. They had to take him to the hospital after that.
That looked bad, though. That looked bad.
Because after a while, it swelled up like a fucking baseball.
For real? Oh,
listen,
it was bad.
Dumb.
But I don't know if we can show that.
I like finding out like what we enjoy on our downtime because people probably think we always stay in hip hop land and all this shit. No, we don't. Okay,
we find that out on the day of the show.
Yes, I like to watch carpet cleaning videos. Okay, like that's one of my.
And won't clean her carpet to save her motherfucking life, but she know how to.
Fuck up. Okay.
I was watching pool cleaning videos earlier. I was like, "Damn, this is a good machine right here." They said they get all that out.
Hey, I watch people drive through small towns, just driving through small towns. Like, oh, they got a Dollar General. We're gonna turn down here. This is the city hall,
the state capitol. They got out, took a picture.
Listen,
no, we old as fuck.
We are. It's just random as hell. I'm like, oh wow, people are got trees touching their shoulders now. Let me watch some more videos about that. Like
interesting as fuck.
It do. So yeah, we be all around. See, Black Gold, thank you. He said he fucked around and got addicted to the carpet cleaning videos. I'm telling you, and one guy I used to watch, he had like 5,000 subscribers years ago, probably about 5 years ago, right around COVID. And he was so little, and now he's like millions of views. And he's like, "I remember you. You've been here." I'm like, "Yes, I'm weird. I've been here the whole time."
I be watching Yoki gun shooting videos. This is thick ass chick in Florida.
You showed us her before.
She don't do shit. She just walk around like, "Yeah, this is such and such chambered in 223. I'm gonna, shoot this motherfucker." I'm like, I don't give a. I watch this bitch shoot 7,000 guns and shit. Like this shit is boring as fuck if it wasn't for her outfits. Goddamn. But yeah, we get to an age where just anything interests you, and I don't think nothing wrong with that. I watch documentaries for no fucking reason. I watch a lot of shit about the drug epidemic and motherfucking homeless shit, seeing how these motherfuckers live and shit. Oh yeah, other countries. That man, that shit keep me humble and shit.
Yeah, motivating.
Yeah, she can shoot, can't she, G? Yeah, she's a good shot. All right.
He said, just make sure we got enough recoil on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Shooting with Yoki.
Standing there with a big ass fucking sniper talking about us.
Dog, man. Stupid ass niggas. All right, next.
Anyway, so have y'all heard about the 10 jailbirds that escaped in New Orleans? Mm-hmm. Have y'all heard about them? So there were 10 prisoners, jail people in Orleans Parish that escaped from jail last week. Out of the 10, 5 have been captured so far. And I've actually seen some body cam footage from the cops where they're picking them up. Like one guy was asleep on a bench and somebody was like, "Damn, you broke out of jail to be homeless? Like, what the fuck?"
So you should have stayed in there to get a free meal, dumbass.
Yeah, like what? But right now they're actually charging a worker there. I don't know if she's a janitor, maintenance worker or something, because they said that he helped them escape by turning off the water, I guess, behind the toilet that they escaped out of that hole. But he's saying that they threatened to shank him, but he is facing like years and years in prison for helping them and lots of felony charges. So what do y'all think about that story?
He a lie. You know, he might have helped them for some reason.
You think like they promised them something, or
might have been one of their fucking boyfriends? We act like niggas ain't gay for real out here. If the bitches will do it and let they get motherfuckers out of jail, what makes a gay nigga wouldn't do it?
He said the pussy is powerful. He said I'll cut off the water.
He like, Dontrell, you don't deserve to live like this. You should be free. Nigga.
It ironically was where the glory hole was. Niggas had a whole glory hole talking about, look, this is easy.
Could be money though. Could be extortion. He could have been getting over and selling shit, and he didn't want that to come out. So he thought they'll never know if I helped him or not. You know what I mean? He could have. Ain't no telling. Yeah. I would like to see what ended up happening. But if I was facing life or in jail for life, nigga, ain't a window, crack door, tunnel safe from my motherfucking ass. Every chance I get, I'm trying to get out this motherfucker.
But you're probably not gonna escape and go sleep at a bus stop, are you?
That's exactly where I'm gonna go. You ain't got no family and friends when your ass been in jail for 10 years. Everybody that ever fucked with you is going to tell on you if you show up at their door. I don't give a fuck if they're like, what you doing here? Did you get life?
Nigga said 10,000.
Come and sit down. I'm gonna get you something to eat. They're gonna be in the back in the kitchen and shit, like jiggling the fork in the mayonnaise and shit. Like, I'm just making the sandwich for you. Just sit down. Like,
they was offering niggas 10,000.
Like for turn them in, or
to turn people in. They said if you find them, you get 10,000 or 20,000, shit like that.
The last people
I'm like, y'all don't understand.
Come to my house.
The one nigga that you think is your homeboy, but he remembered the fact that you stole an eighth from him 2 years ago, and he said, you know what, that's enough for me to call these people on this thing.
GMS, do you think it had to be a problem for them niggas to call?
Absolutely.
Everybody called.
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Everybody
it's like he gonna find some shit that wasn't shit, but make it a comparable reason as to why it was justified.
Why he gonna turn you in?
Because you remember that time. You took my weed, nigga. I remember that.
You putting them in danger by coming to their motherfucking house because they can get a charge for aiding and embedding your motherfucking ass. Mm-hmm. I'm calling. I'm not letting you in, and I'm calling. And I'm following you so they can find
you. I give you to the count of 10 to leave before I call.
I ain't giving you shit. I told you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit them down, make a fake sandwich and shit, be on the phone with them motherfuckers.
I can't.
You at least could have made a real sandwich. I said make a fake sandwich. That ain't shit.
Mm-hmm. This is one of the guys that got caught. This is so funny to me because when you actually look at this picture and see what was going on, you can tell that whoever it was that called him or that called the people on him was right there with him. Look at this. Look at that. Look at my nigga standing in the back, making sure he secured that 10K, nigga.
Get him out of here. He got my beater on. I gave him a fresh beater and a cheese sandwich. He is ready for y'all to come.
This nigga was standing in the back waiting. He said, yeah, that's right.
Damn.
Get this.
That's a legendary picture, right? That's a legendary toad on this nigga.
I never even noticed that before.
That is an album cover and shit.
That's
aiding in the bed and this shit. Hey, this is a great point Simo made, though. There might be some truth to it. I don't really know enough about the situation. He said that janitor is being made a scapegoat to hide the department's incompetence. That's very possible.
I believe that too.
That's very possible.
Because why was it so easy for all of them to get out? Like, they definitely need to figure that out.
Ain't no way.
It's never going to be the top.
If you got around the clock security and personnel, there's no way that they should be able to all break out of prison like that. You got 24-hour security. It's not like just 8-hour shifts and then you leave these niggas to themselves. Like, it's 24 hours. So,
but this going on here right now, they have a very big shortage of COs and shit in prison, officers and shit. They don't have enough people to go around. So they be stuck there for days. They can't leave until they shift get covered. They really is thinned out in that motherfucker. So imagine having a small crew of people taking care of hundreds of niggas that are dangerous and doing the most. You know what I'm saying? Like it probably easier than you think. Probably people more people just ain't got the balls to do it or they don't want to add more time to they already lengthy sentences and shit. But if I got life, nigga, it ain't gonna never be an opportunity. I ain't trying to plan to get the fuck out that bitch.
For real. If you do got life, that's what the other dude did. They say he killed like 4 people. He's in there for life. He was like,
so is this a county jail? I thought it was a parish jail. I mean, so that's not prison. I thought jail was a year or less, and prison is a year or more. It said Orleans Parish, right? Which their counties are called parishes out there. So I assumed it was a local thing.
I thought it was.
Well, maybe it was. I would think it was a prison. But let me tell y'all how this nigga got out in Milwaukee before. He was this nigga that got. It was a clique of niggas called the Murder Mob. And they was going around in Illinois and Milwaukee just popping niggas, but they called themselves the Murder Mob. And one of the niggas was in our county jail in Milwaukee. He had his girl coming to the visitor little window or whatever at the county, unscrewing every screw around that double pane glass and shit. When she finally got them all out, maybe after a visit or two, that nigga just walked right through that motherfucking visitor thing. And as he leaving, they thinking like, oh, he must have was just there visiting his family. They couldn't even peep game that this a fucking prisoner. And he got out. He got out of the, imagine walking straight out of the visitor's room. Or I don't know what they call that. All my jail niggas, help me out.
The partition thing or whatever?
Yeah, where they sit there and talk face to face through the window or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they unscrewed the whole frame of that shit.
How the fuck did he
look it up? This is news. Like, this is no cap, no extras on it. He got right out the motherfucking door like that.
Damn.
Like that shit is incompetence to the highest degree, goddamn.
For real.
Yeah.
You got to fire some niggas for that. You don't even know who. You just got to fire a few niggas just for your own sake. If you the nigga that's over that department, you got to fire a couple niggas just to save your own ass.
This is proof that there ain't a job on earth that people ain't on there bullshitting. Like when Trump got shot, it was a nigga 100 feet away on a roof surrounded by the highest level of security and goddamn special forces and shit. And this nigga got shots off.
Nigga that's supposed to be watching him sitting there scrolling TikTok because he don't think somebody gonna do some shit. So he ain't even looking at his target area.
I'm just saying. Then he got all the females on detail looking at the other females like, I'll eat the fuck out of her coochie. And like, nigga, you supposed to be paying attention, bitch. All you goddamn lesbians and shit sleeping on the job. What about the lesbian bitch in Cali that let the whole goddamn California burn down?
Oh my god!
Oh, the fire chief lady.
You stop looking at
her carpet munched on.
Ain't nobody thirstier than gay bitches. They look at every female like snacks. Gay bitches are thirsty, nigga.
Are they?
Yeah, that is true.
Hey man, they want to eat every bitch they see that's cute.
They
worse than us men. At least we like, I ain't eating that.
They nasty, but they make it dainty. They make it based around being a female, so it don't look creepy when they talk about they want to eat another bitch's coochie. They think it's cute. They think it's pretty.
They a month. They all a month.
There's a lot going on down there.
It was.
Niggas don't care about that.
It's so.
I don't know how we got here from escape prison. Niggas.
I don't know. Somehow y'all got us here. I definitely didn't get us on this subject. But people are also placing wagers on, who's going to get caught next, etc.
Oh, who next? Well, they all getting caught. Now, who next? I don't know, but they all.
Oh, yeah, they do have a bracket. They got a bracket for who's going to be the last person to get caught. People got money on that.
That's crazy. We will bet on anything.
I know what I'm doing. This is my escape plan. If I got out and I'm free, I'm going to find a Mexican nigga that look very similar to me. He's getting strangled out and I'm taking his wallet. I'm using his ID as I'm gonna be Juan Lopez Sanchez for the next until they catch wiser of it. You know what I'm saying? And
nigga, I'm turning into Umbuku Umfupu. Nigga.
I'm going to escape to Mexico, as Juan, and I think I might be off in the wind after that. I think I might be good to go.
You gonna shave? You gonna go bald? I'll cut all my dreads off, facial hair.
I'm looking more like Juan. I'm gonna let my hair get a little sweaty around the lining. Look like I just did a roof. Just did a roof or some sides or something. I'm gonna get some big ass brown boots and
nigga go post up at the local Home Depot, nigga.
I'm gonna get a Modelo t-shirt and goddamn, you know.
You gonna get approached by ICE, nigga, but at least you ain't gonna.
I'm going back home. Send me back to Venezuela, my friend.
Take me back to Guadalajara.
You sounded Indian and Spanish when you said
that. Take me back to Guadalajara.
I'm out of there, man.
Wow.
I'm just saying that's what I do. Or I'll be working on a cruise ship. I'll be on Virgin Islands like like
you gotta shave your mustache a little thinner.
Like, hey, that server cool as hell. That server gave us extra mojitos. They be having, they be smuggling human trafficking motherfuckers through them shit.
This nigga was out there partying.
So Virgin Islands. All I gotta do is
I love that song.
Hey, I'll be on a unicycle and shit. I'll be on a unicycle, holding up some teacups and shit with a motherfucking like this nigga. He
was on a unicycle, juggling elote. This nigga is going.
I can't.
Like, then you get life. Like, no, they don't know me here, my friend.
He said, Holmes, calm down, Holmes. Okay, no, it's not me. It's not what you think. I am Juan Hernandez Sanchez. I am not.
I am not this AP that you keep calling me, my friend.
He said, "Who is AP? I don't know who that is."
He sounds like a cool motherfucker.
Calm down.
Probably get a lot of bitches.
Viva la raza. Listen,
said,
when
whoever this AP was, he had to be a cold ass nigga. That's not me. He had to be getting all these bitches. He gets paid. He
probably very smart. He probably read good. He probably a good reader.
He probably knows a lot about the pyramids in the Bible. I don't know.
But that's not me. That shit hilarious.
No so joy. Yeah.
That shit stupid as fuck. Nigga, I think my plan to work, man. I plan for shit that ain't never gonna happen to me and shit.
But when do y'all think they'll all get caught? Like the rest of the 5? Do you think they'll have them by the end of this week, by the end of next week? You think it'll take a month or more?
If a nigga ops find out he got freed, they probably hunting him down with the police too. He said, "Let's get this nigga before they get him back up in there."
Yeah.
So they gotta double watch out for shit. That's why sleeping on the goddamn bus bench is wild.
Yeah, that nigga was just tired. He didn't know what to do. Matter of fact, you could do that too. You could go to like Philly or motherfucking San Francisco or motherfucking Seattle and just be on the street with all the rest of the fentanyl heads and motherfucking crank heads. And just be
find out
folded, just be sitting there folded and shit. Whole body just folded and shit. Just looking
in midair, just like
police going past
that shit is crazy.
Looking conspicuous, motherfucker. Ain't nobody trying to come check their IDs. They trying to check if they got a pulse or need some Narcan or some shit.
Niggas is over there shaking and shit, heart racing and shit.
You can't tell me that them ain't half of the motherfucking violent criminals they looking for right there on them streets. God damn it.
Probably.
There's probably all addicts too.
Who, the ones that escaped?
Yeah, they went on. They said, nigga, the first pill I see, goddamn it. Who got the bars, nigga? The niggas that be feeding like a motherfucker. Yeah.
That's crazy. We're gonna talk about drug use and things like that a little bit later in the show. So keep this stuff in mind because we are gonna talk about this one. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. All right, but next let's talk about something we did not get to talk about last week because we kind of ran over talking about other things. But Tory Lanez, okay? Tory Lanez was allegedly attacked in prison. He was stabbed 14 times apparently, and the next day his legal team came out with a press conference with breaking news that they have some evidence that Kelsey, who is Meg Thee Stallion's ex-friend, Kelsey's bodyguard overheard her say that she shot Meg. So this was some breaking news that they brought to the press conference. And haven't filed any paperwork about it. But before I get into my commentary about this whole situation, what do y'all think about him getting stabbed in prison and then this alleged bullshit evidence? What do y'all think?
You ready for this 2v1? Go, AP.
Let's go.
All
day.
I'm just kidding.
I think he in there trying to stand on business. Be honest with you. I think he tough. I think he probably tougher than we think. And I think them essays be the same damn height. So he probably 4'5". I mean 5'5", 5'4".
He's like 5'3".
He about eye to eye with the nigga that stabbed him. You know what I'm saying? So he probably was standing on business and thought he had a easy Vic, and they poked his ass up.
He said eye for an eye, mulero.
Or they was extorting him. I honestly, they probably was extorting him, keeping it real. And he ain't come through with what he's supposed to come through with. So they said, go get him.
They call it a targeted hit.
That's
sense. Well, you know, everything because Jay-Z is just all powerful. Niggas just everything is Jay-Z.
I don't even think it had to be it didn't have to be Jay-Z.
No, it was just jail. It was jailhouse politics type shit. They was just extorting his ass.
Because you know he's trying to be in there trying to prove himself too. He got that short man not even just short man complex, but you could see like
he got it.
It's part of that, but also his stint while he was outside in public. He was the type of nigga that was always ready to run a fade with a nigga. He was always running up on the niggas, being like, yo, you trying to do this, you trying to do that, going up in niggas' trailers, going to shows, seeing niggas backstage. So you could only imagine his mentality when he has to go somewhere where he actually has to prove himself. Yeah. But then he has people that, has helped him while he's inside. I believe he's in California, right?
Yeah, so some California.
His relationship with Wack 100 has allowed him to have some type of protection while he's inside.
But not everybody that's short is a bitch.
No, not everybody.
Oh, yeah,
but
I'm not
is.
Saying that.
There's short dudes that are normal, but he's not.
I feel like Tory Lanez is far from a bitch because of the fact that he's not afraid to run up on a nigga and throw hands with whoever. It's always been that.
Bitch, but he's still a bitch.
So he could be stupid.
You shot at a woman. You're a bitch. Okay.
Did he shoot at her? I know what the evidence saying, but what
evidence says it. Listen, again, if y'all get all your information,
give us the information.
YouTube, then don't talk to me.
You give us the information.
Listen, they had the ring cam footage where you can actually hear him after the third shot say "dance, bitch." You can hear him say that shit.
But that don't mean he the one shooting though.
Okay,
I watched the nigga tell another nigga the same thing while he was shooting at him. Swear to God, the other nigga said it. Okay. So that don't mean, I'm just saying.
But listen, when I'm listening to that call, when he apologized to Kelsey and people are twisting themselves in pretzels, trying to say that he was apologizing for the fact that he was fucking them both on that phone call, get the entire fuck out of here. And even on top of that, okay, when he filed his appeal, all the paperwork had to come out from his previous lawyer that he fired or whatever happened with that. And they showed paperwork where the lawyer was telling him, we can't go with the Kelsey shot Meg defense. I do not recommend that. Now, why would your lawyer tell you that if that is a true thing and you're her client? Why would she say you can't say who actually did this so you can get off?
Let's check the ties from that lawyer to Jay-Z and Rock Nation. Come on now. This is not above any of that shit. I'm just saying, look, I'm kidding, but at the same time, it's like I can't put nothing past.
But listen, GMS, man. if you leave me as my lawyer, if Jay-Z is so involved in my case, and I know for a fact, because I was there, I was one of the 4 people in the car, I know for a fact Kelsey did it. I'm hiring another lawyer that's going to use the defense of what happened. He never brought that up in court at all. Never brought it up.
So
why is
my
that?
Thing is, so what will happen if they test gun residue, or if they would have tested gun residue on more than just Tory?
I don't know.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. So like
they should have.
They should have
been a full
they
investigation.
should have, because that would leave out or rule out the speculation of the Kelsey defense, because they say, okay, she got granted immunity because she was allegedly taking money from Tory, right? And that would have made her look like she was being bribed and all this other shit. But it's like,
yeah, listen, her testimony, yeah, because they were fighting. I believe that she got immunity because they were fighting. I believe they had a physical, like punching each other, you know, pulling hair and all that shit.
So that's why
one of the
asked,
witnesses said that they saw that.
Who has the most motive to shoot at Meg that night? It wouldn't be the nigga that was fucking both of them, right?
Listen, I agree as far as motive, GMS, but why didn't the person that was on trial say this? Because Kelsey said this in her deposition.
Did you say he was a stupid nigga? He's stupid.
So he's so stupid.
He's stupid.
That he would spend years away from his kid, who I think was 5 at the time. Okay, he's trying to make it in the music business. All this stuff for a bitch that he fucked that probably don't even know her last name, and Meg the Stallion, because he wants to.
He probably truly believed that there was not enough evidence to actually convict him.
Let me ask some questions, right?
Because there really wasn't enough evidence besides that ring camera footage, but I haven't seen that. I need to see that.
Listen, I'm listening to this shit and I'm thinking of some things, right? So, Binki, you saying he never once said that the girl shot him, and you saying why didn't he say that it was her?
Or at least have them use that as a defense, like if that's really what happened.
And I'm gonna give you an answer, a logical answer of why that may not be. Okay. If I'm paying lawyers hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm trusting their expertise, and they telling me do not say that shit, I might not say it either.
But he fired that lawyer, and the ones he went to trial wasn't that lawyer. The paperwork that they were showing was the lawyer before the ones that he went to trial with.
Now, what's the difference of the ones he went to trial with?
I don't know.
What if the advice? I'm saying, what if the advice is the same? Like, we're not gonna go that route. And not only that, look, what GMS saying is valid. These bitches was probably fighting.
They were fighting.
Now the gun probably was homies. You know what I'm saying? So while they fighting, she got a hold of his pistol, and Meg got shot. And in Megan's mind, because let me tell you how bitches work, because this shit happened. I'll give you another scenario why women can't be trusted fully. She believes that the reason she got shot is 100% Tory fault, even though he ain't the one pulled the trigger. And her venom and her wanting somebody to take accountability or get in trouble will directly go to the nigga she believe is responsible. Now, something happened to me in my younger years where the woman got slapped real bad, came to get me, this is my family member, came to get me and pointed out the wrong nigga. So I went and acted a fool on a nigga who didn't even slap her. Because in her mind, he the one that got her slapped, even though he didn't slap her.
Okay.
This is the mind of a woman. I can see Megan.
Okay, but
who had, hold on, let me finish a little bit because I want you to answer to everything.
Okay.
This is a woman who also sounded shaky her damn self early on, where you could barely take this bitch word because she sounded like she was lying. Then it was rumored early on that the girl is the one that shot her, and Tory acted super confident for a whole year. Like, I ain't do it. How can I go to jail? I know I didn't do it. That's how his whole vibe was until he got, and then he's like, how the fuck did this happen? And that's when they start pointing the fingers at higher ups, because they like, the only way this could happen, knowing damn well I ain't do it, is if somebody had a way in it. You know, I want you to answer to all of it. That's why I want to finish.
Okay, so what I was gonna say is Meg said she turned around and saw him with the gun over the window. So that's not an emotional I think I felt. I turned around and saw you. I don't know how else to say that. And even when Kelsey did her deposition, because her deposition was done about a year before the actual trial happened, maybe 6 months before they were really, really into it, the two of the girls, you know, not fucking with each other. And she said exactly the same thing. Not only that, everybody likes to run to Meg lied about this and Meg lied about that. but everything Tory lies about is ignored. Okay, people were on social media saying Kelsey did it. Kelsey shot her. This nigga was in the comments talking about that's not true either. No, she didn't. So first y'all say the girl wasn't shot at all.
But you can't be Tory Lanez and snitch. You can't be Tory Lanez and telling. Like you know what I'm saying?
Nobody told you had to say anything. They weren't on his page saying that. So why are you running to another page to say she didn't shoot her? You could have just shut the fuck up.
Protect black women. Protect black women.
Protect black women. But then when he also was accused of beating up August Alsina, this same narcissistic, goofy ass, lying ass nigga was, I don't know what y'all talking about. I ain't been nowhere near that venue. I never been nowhere near that venue. Okay, I've been in the studio, and then it came out like 3 hours later.
Context matters too with that situation, though. Context matters with that situation.
So did he lie or not, GMS?
No, he lied. But listen what I tell you. Listen when I tell you this. Context matters because previous to that August Alsina altercation, he had multiple other altercations that were making him look bad. Okay. So when you have this altercation where he went backstage somewhere and didn't think somebody recorded the situation, he felt like he could say it didn't happen and try to move on from that without having that stain on him because he probably lost.
And I was embarrassed that I fucked Tory Lanez and I lied. What's the difference? Why is his lie better than hers? A lie is a lie, right? I didn't
say it was better. I'm giving you context to the situation.
Why does he get bail and she doesn't?
I didn't say. Look, let me tell you.
He should have stayed at the pool with the.
I am not the person that is against Meg Thee Stallion. I've always said that regardless of what happened, she was victimized in some way, shape, or form. However it went down, she was the victim of something. My only argument is who was the one that did it, and being so gung-ho on that, it was Tory. I would have to see that evidence because, like you said in the beginning, if you're counting people's lies and using that as their character, like you're using for Tory, it has to apply. But it has to apply for everybody in this situation.
All three of them
so
lied.
If she came out and said that she stepped on glass, right?
Which she shouldn't have done.
Which she shouldn't have done if she got shot. If she said that, and then later on said she got shot, that's going to build doubt. Then you get to the point where we go through the trial, all this other stuff. They said they found bullet fragments, so now people are believing, okay, she did get shot, right? Then you start to see police body cam footage that wasn't, I believe it wasn't presented before this happened, so people didn't have that knowledge. I don't know.
It was presented in court where it matters, not on social media.
Well, it was presented in court where it mattered for the people that knew they wanted to get Tory up out of here. For the public, because the public already had doubts, that's of course the reason why they didn't put that out there, because as soon as that video starts, you can hear her step on something, right?
Okay, so I step on glass after I got shot. Does that mean I didn't get shot?
But we also see the pictures of her foot that look consistent of being.
Do y'all know what it looks like when someone gets shot? Is it always a straight hole in your body?
No. But I've definitely seen somebody step on glass before, and I've definitely seen what that shit looks like when the meat is hanging out your motherfucking foot from getting a big shard of glass from a bottle.
Yes, but stepping on glass does not open your fucking foot like that.
Let me be clear. I'm not saying that she did not get shot. I'm only being optimistic because the way that this shit has been laid out, it looks weird.
So your foot gets blasted open from stepping on glass. I have stepped on glass. I didn't say it got blasted open. It's a cut in your foot, but it doesn't open your shit up the way her foot.
Hey, shout out to my nigga Sean D. This nigga jumped off the top of his stairs. His little brother had put a mug at the bottom of the stairs. He stepped on it on his foot, right?
Jumped off, right? Not stepped on it.
Listen. He stepped on the mug. His foot landed on the mug. It sliced his foot, and you can literally see it protruded out as if, like you just said, blasted out.
The same pressure.
It was protrude. It does. I mean, she's
jumping and walking. Is it the same pressure?
It was protruding. What don't you get? It was protruding.
Yeah, jumping and walking the same pressure.
It also depends on what she stepped on and how hard she stepped on what she stepped on.
Okay,
I don't think the pressure. I don't think that pressure matters when you step on a bed.
How did y'all start arguing whether she was shot? I thought that was understood.
That is what social media does. They want to look at her wound and become medical doctors all of a sudden and know what this wound looks like and that wound looks like because I heard somebody do this or that.
It was a witness. It was a witness that saw out the window all them out there arguing and heard the gunshots. And heard the gunshots.
Listen, the gunshots went off. I believe she got ricocheted. Yeah, I believe that too. I'm just giving the reasons why people believe that because of the police body cam footage. She literally stepped on some shit and it sounded like some shit broke. So that's why people feel that way. That's a real video.
My biggest problem is, I ain't gonna lie, y'all can take this for what y'all want. I do not know of many women that recant or retell a story accurately, and even when it's not this serious. Yeah. And when a woman is pissed off or mad, they put extras on it every motherfucking time. And I have not seen it not be like that. Even when I was a second witness,
helpful either.
And intoxicated. But if I'm even a second witness to what a woman is telling, and then when you hear her tell it back, you like, she putting extras on that shit. So I have not seen women just honestly tell, especially when they pissed off, the accurate stories when they run back and tell it. That's
Binky, do you know if it's accurate or not about the bullet fragments being missing? Is that a real thing, or is that a narrative?
No, that's not a narrative. From what I recall, before it went on trial, they were missing, but they were there by the time the trial was going on.
And that's why
it's a lot of weird.
You posed the question, like, if that's your whole argument in this is her getting shot, you would think that the most important piece of evidence that they had, they would be there.
Listen, so I'm not saying this case is not weird, but to me, what's weird is that the nigga gets allegedly stabbed. We don't see his wounds anywhere. We just heard about it. Everybody believes it. Okay, that's fine. But now all of a sudden, and also this hearsay conversation that hasn't even been filed in court is something that is making people say, see, we knew about Meg, but his legal team is doing what they've been doing the whole time, which is preying on stupid motherfuckers on social media and trying this in the court of public opinion versus court. And that's why when you had certain bloggers that were reporting on the case, they had their narrative about what was going on in court, but come to find out what was going on in court was totally different than what they were reporting. And the evidence was different and the jury saw it different. And that's the same thing that's going on right now.
If he staged a stabbing, this nigga's cooked, because that shit is weird, and it just gonna make people believe that somebody. Because I said that in the beginning, when AP was saying how confident he was in the beginning, I'm on record saying that when this shit first happened, I said it's either one or two things: either this nigga's telling the truth that he didn't do it, or he's a complete psychopath. And then he got locked up for the shit, and I was like, damn, this nigga might be a complete psychopath if that's what it is. But then you start seeing more shit come out and different things that they talking about. I don't know, man.
None of it makes sense. Situation. I mean, no logical mind can make sense of it, but it's a weird case all around. It is. My biggest problem ain't even as confident as he was. It was that added to the fact that Megan wasn't even confident about her own fucking story. Her early, interviews about it, she seemed very disingenuous. And she wasn't even fucking sure what the fuck was going on. And if somebody know what the fuck happened to them, they would not come off that, not convincing. She was not convinced of what was going on. Yeah, and I didn't know why she was doing interviews before the case went to trial. Excuse me, because I think what she started doing was trying to do what he was doing, which was trying to play to public opinion, trying to get the people on your side. And she should have just shut up and went to court. Like, let him play these games with these goofy ass niggas that want to be groupies for him, or these girls that want to be groupies for him that will never believe that anything happened to you. Be quiet. But she didn't want to do that. And I think also the thing is, she was trying to hold it down at first. She wasn't saying anything on social media, but he kept coming on, liking comments, reposting people talking shit and laughing about what they heard happen before it really came out what happened. And then he was making music about it. And that's when she finally snapped and was like, no, this nigga fucking shot me. But at first, she wasn't saying anything. And she's like, why are you going after me? And I'm not even out here snitching and telling everybody.
You actually made me think she lying even more. Because what you just told me he did.
Why?
Don't sound like a nigga who was scared of getting in trouble for doing. If I shot a bitch foot, I'm not gonna clown this bitch online. If I'm safe and know that this ain't
going out of his way to talk
crime,
about it,
I'm gonna be clowning you because I know this bitch just shot you. I just watch you get shot, bitch. Now, I ain't gonna do that, but I'm just saying, it'll take the dumbest nigga on earth.
The truth or a complete psychopath.
Yeah, exactly. And then again, what I was saying earlier, she got more and more like salty at him. She's like, "Oh, it's funny, nigga. I'm gonna say you did it," and it just went from there. He
could have left it alone and not tried to clear her friend's name. He did that, so that's why I'm saying.
So it's on him to be lied about. It's on him to even though he did some whole shit or some bitch made shit. In your opinion, he deserved to be in jail for something he did not do. That's not fair either way. I said
no. He should know if he
made
shit. Innocent,
but if he did not shoot her, he shouldn't be in jail that long.
No.
I'm
not with that. I'm not with that. You shouldn't get locked up for talking shit. If you didn't shoot the girl, if you didn't hurt the girl, I don't care.
Marcus' girl sitting on the bed with him and shit. He like, y'all got to stand up for the sisters because.
Shout out to you, Marcus. Let me say this. Let me say this.
Hold on. We just being reasonable. There is black women. There's black women. No, it ain't. No, I don't like.
I was saying, but
hold on. Let me finish because I don't like this kind of talk. There's black women that should be protected and upheld and respected. There's young black boys that we should fight and march for.
Mm-hmm.
There's other young black boys that ask for their goddamn, outcomes. We can pick and choose when somebody needs to be protected and when somebody needs to stand on their own shit.
I agree with that.
And there's a lot of black women that deserve protecting, but someone who is that motherfucking inconsistent of who shot her, I ain't gonna jump in. You can. Hey, we'll call you Marcus. We'll call Marcus and anybody like Marcus that want to come and protect the bitch because that's okay. We respect. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait to save a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
What happened was no. Let me clear that up. She was not inconsistent about who shot her. She wasn't like, I think it's Kelsey. I think it's him. No. What happened was when they first initially got pulled over by the cops, she was saying, when they were asking her, what happened to your foot? And they could see that she was bleeding and everything. She was like, I don't know. I stepped on glass. Basically she just was trying to chill the fuck out. Now her reasoning that she gave, I'm not in her mind. I don't know, right? If she's telling the truth or not. Her reasoning that she gave was around that time, a lot of high profile shootings with police were happening. And she was like, listen, I don't even want them to know we got a gun in the car. Like, I don't want nothing to happen. They are shooting black men. I don't want to alert them or alarm them anymore. So yeah, I just stepped on the glass, whatever. That's how she left it as far as that when it first happened. And then she wasn't saying anything on social media. Now he called her friend. When he called the friend from jail, he wasn't saying, damn, like, I can't believe you fucking shot her. Like, what the fuck? Or da-da-da-da. He was just like, I'm just so sorry. Like, I'm just so sorry. It just, none of it makes sense. And I understand why people have so many questions about it because they lied so much and they were so secretive and weird about this case for years.
All of them was. And
all four really, because even the bodyguard that was in the car, all of them. So it is something weird with it.
But let's Marcus, I want to give him a chance to respond to what I was saying. He said, no, I'm being objective, bro. I ain't riding for either side. And that's kind of what I want to say. Don't be so quick to jump on the side with all this weird shit going on. And now that just worked out good with what Binki said. Everybody in the situation sound weird as fuck. No, the driver know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
He even went missing during the trial. That was another weird thing that happened.
That just tell me none of this shit should be taken on face value. Now answer this.
I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Joe.
I agree with I agree with my brother Joe Blast on this situation.
Can I say that?
Let me speak. I don't mind. I don't mind if you feel like my mind is made up because I watched the trial. I don't know if you watched the trial or if you read the transcripts or any of that. Based on what I read and what I watched, my mind is made up. So that's why I sound like that. So I sound the way I mean to.
Listen, man. Look. Look.
Joe, she said you all hard. Like you might have not watched.
Meg did not suffer life-threatening injuries. It may have been traumatizing. It may because
you act like she got shot in your big ass.
She's living with this for the rest of her life, and every time this comes up, she has to deal with hundreds.
I didn't say trauma. Life-threatening injuries. Did she have life-threatening injuries?
She didn't die, but how is she on the trauma?
Like, do you know what life-threatening injuries are?
I said she didn't die, so okay, I am agreeing with you on that.
But why you start jumping down?
That ain't nothing but a flesh wound.
I literally right after.
Go ahead, GMS. Get it out.
Right after I said she did stuff for life-threatening. You
were saying trauma. Continue.
She still dealt with trauma from the situation. I'm not discounting that. I'm not disregarding that. This is why I've said that I'm not looking at Meg Thee Stallion as an issue or a problem or somebody who wasn't victimized. I said this like half an hour ago. I'm not looking at her as somebody that wasn't a victim of something. I believe that this woman pulled a gun out on her former friend because they were fighting. And this nigga Tory, nigga Tory jumped over thinking he was like he is today, thinking that he can rectify some shit because he has that small man syndrome and because he feels like he can do something to, I guess, diffuse the situation. But everybody was drunk. He jumped in on some superhero dumb shit and they struggled for the gun and it let off those shots, which is the only reason why she didn't get hit above the fucking knees. Because they were on the ground struggling for a gun that went off 2-3 times.
It's a good theory.
It's a great theory.
It's a good theory, but I don't know if that's what it is.
The fact that somebody got charged with the crime and the real witness, the driver, was not allowed to speak tells you the person who got charged with the crime did not do that crime.
But why was he not allowed to speak?
So they can lie on the nigga they want in jail.
But who didn't allow him to speak is what I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know.
Jay-Z.
Just imagine that.
It's so weird.
Imagine it was your son or daughter, anybody in that scenario, and you find out that the one motherfucker who knows is not allowed to speak. That's crazy.
He's not the one. There was 3 other people there, and 2 of the other people said what it was, and he never gave any statement. He could have. The only thing is he did not show up during the trial, is what I'm saying.
But there was other people there to witness it firsthand that were like in the mix.
No. I'm saying Kelsey and Meg had the same story, and they weren't even friends. And then they had the witness that saw what was happening. He said that the girls looked like they were fighting at first. So that's what I'm saying. What GMS is saying is correct. And even one of the witnesses said they saw like a muzzle flash that looked like it happened by one of the girls. Then a short person came out the car, and that by that short person, 3 more blasts from that person happened. That is what the witness said. They saw that. You know what I'm saying? So you can't go based, off of anything other than what that witness that wasn't part of it said they saw. But that's what I'm saying.
He said we saw a baby jump out the front seat.
What GMS said,
see this. Look at how long we've been going back and forth and getting all excited and shit. If my daughter called me with all this, I'm like, is you good? Like, just go take a nap, bitch. If you good, just go wrap your foot up, go lay down. Because this is just too much shit. I don't know what to believe. I don't know who telling what. It sounds like a bunch of dumb shit.
What did you do?
Yeah, well, for real. Like, why you was in the car with this nigga? I told you stop fucking with this little lame ass nigga. And
she the one that told him to come on and come out the house and get in the car.
Yeah, you mad at him? Man. He was just at the pool party with the little cute girls and shit. Now you in the car fighting with your friend. Like, go lay down.
This is what happens when you're a big dominating bitch that gets control it.
Listen, let me say this. Shout out to y'all in the comments. Yes, I do sound like I'm wearing it on my sleeve because I did follow this case. It was very interesting to me, and I did feel like, based on what I saw, that Tory did it. Now, if you have a problem with it, you have a problem with it. I don't have a problem saying this is how I feel. That is what it is. Take it how you want to take it.
You would be a juror.
I don't apologize for that.
You would be a juror.
Well, no, I wouldn't have been able to be a juror.
But I'm saying you would have sided with what you know and heard. You're taking a stance.
I would have been one of the 12.
And I would have been the one that this sound like some bullshit. Let that man free.
They would have been deliberating for 2 weeks because AP like,
baby.
Well,
but I don't know.
Telling stories about my life. It was a girl when I was in high school. She was fucking everybody. And all of a sudden, she lied on the pro basketball, the star basketball player.
I got a story to say. Oh my God.
Just one last story.
Couldn't be. This could be similar to when I remember I was in the fish stop and the guy ordered some shrimp and
let me say this. There's a YouTuber that I just started watching like maybe the last like 5 months. Like he's been real into the Kendrick and Drake stuff. This guy named Deleted. He's funny as hell. He's like a gamer and stuff, but he's a heterosexual black man. And the way he was breaking down this case, I was like, thank you. Like the way it just made so much sense. The way he made so much sense clean.
Because he was saying what
because he was talking shit about Meg too. That's the thing. He was definitely like, saying whatever. But when he was talking about even this renewed interest in the case, he was saying, these are the 8 things that Tory lied about. These are the 4 things Meg lied about. Whatever. He was just going back and forth on the 2, and it just was a good way of putting out the case. So that's why I was saying, like, if you want to look at someone else, break it down. If you didn't take the time to read everything or weren't that interested, then, that's not new evidence, Irene. That's what I'm saying. They literally said that a bodyguard, which this is not the bodyguard that was in the car. Kelsey had a bodyguard. We don't know why Kelsey needed a bodyguard when she came to testify. But when she came to testify, Kelsey had a bodyguard. That bodyguard is saying he overheard her say that she shot Meg. So it's some hearsay thing, and they haven't filed any paperwork. So there is no new evidence that's out there. You know what I'm saying? He's again trying this in the court of public opinion, where clearly it works. We'll see if it works in a court of law.
Yeah, it's not gonna get him out of. It's not gonna get him out of prison though. They're gonna need to have concrete evidence. Once they lock your ass up, once they decide that you are the perpetrator, motherfucker, and they lock you up, you got to build a solid case around your appeal and the reason why you should be let out.
Solid case. And listen, if it comes out, because I'm not like most people, if it comes out and it's proven like he definitely didn't do it, I don't have a problem saying, damn, I was wrong. Everything I believed about this.
No. We don't want to hear that you're wrong. Up. We want an apology. No. On the behalf of all little niggas across the world.
Wait, no apology?
We want an apology.
You would give an apology?
You was coming in with the venom about it. You was standing on business so hard.
That's right, because I believe the evidence that I saw and read. So yes, but if that evidence turns out to be fugazi or it was wrong and it's proven, you know what I'm saying, that he really didn't do this.
Will you issue Tory Lanez official apology?
No. Because the way that he acted about this for the last few years and was such a dickhead, chopping up a horse leg on a video and doing all this shit after everything happened to this girl, like you were really going out of your way to be a dick. So no, I would not apologize to him. But I would say that I'm wrong.
Like Jim
myself and Irene. It's not escaping accountability. I said I would say I'm wrong. I don't need to apologize to y'all. What do I need to apologize to you for?
Hey, black man, Mark.
What do I need to apologize to you for?
Do you see that even when they wrong about us, just because they hate us so much,
who is us?
They still want to see the worst happen to us.
Who is us?
Do you see what they do? Now, I ain't saying don't protect the ones you need to protect, but some of them is out to get you, Mark.
Who is us?
Some of them is out to get you, brother.
Black men or short men? Who is us?
Why? See who? Relax.
I asked
relax. Nobody's even come. We just talking. Me and Marcus just talking right now. Calm down. Like calm down.
I'm asking you a question.
What happened?
Who is us?
Jeez, Louise.
We're having a civil conversation amongst family. What are you doing?
Listen, y'all get to turn up and be dickheads 24/7. Okay,
now
I can turn
now I got a big old dick on my head.
Yes, you do.
Gaslighting. What do you mean?
What the wowzers?
What are you talking about? Nobody ever does that. We're always civil. We're always respectful.
Who's always civil?
We're always trying to speak in a very calm manner.
When?
There's never been a time
when we were discussing the case. When we were discussing this case.
Hell no.
Where did I turn up at? Did I say, hey, Binky, no, shut up, nigga's a bitch?
I didn't tell you to shut up. But what
I bet she wish we go. I hope she probably think we should go to jail for Megan Foot now.
No,
I wouldn't doubt. I wouldn't doubt if you'd be okay with we serve time. Serve time for Megan Foot.
I would put money on your JPay. You know what I'm saying? But
see, she want to support us while we in prison because they can't control us out here. They can't. The only way a black hey Marcus brother. The only way they can control us is when they put a white man over you. They make sure the white man is over you so they can control you, brother, because they know they can't control you without that white man involved.
Listen, dad to the max, and you be DMing me. Be nice. We are friends. We are cool. Okay, you know I don't hate men. Y'all know I don't.
Now she trying to appeal to your sexual side.
No, I'm not.
You know I be showing you titty pics. Don't be trying to act funny with me now.
I don't do that. But we're friends. Like we chit chat on Instagram.
He like, look, you got nice boobs and whatnot, but you're wrong here, Binky. You're wrong.
Literally swinging at everybody. Everybody getting.
No, I'm not. Can y'all shut up for a minute?
You got to get the hate out of your heart, boo boo.
You just told me to shut up. I told you
because you won't stop talking. All right, I'm gonna let you have it. Go talk because you want to keep talking. Go ahead.
Now this is what I got to tell. Now you calm that attitude down, anime. You calm that attitude down, anime. Now where my guitar at, goddamn anime? You sit there. You put the mic to your motherfucking lips and you start singing like a motherfucking canary, anime. You calm that shit down, goddamn it.
I want to know what Judge Joe Brown has to say about this case.
At the top of the bay.
Well, it's a black woman involved, so I'm pretty sure I know what he got. Listen, at the end of the day, like I was saying to...
All right, all right.
Damn, you acting crazy tonight. What I was saying was that to the max. I ain't never been no man-hating bitch. I ain't never been like all men are this or all men are that.
But you admit that you are a bitch. Never mind. Go ahead. I take it back. I'm sorry.
Even when AP would try to get me to be like, all men cheat, don't they? All men this and that. I'm like, no. I mean, I think a lot do, but I don't think all men cheat. I don't ever try to paint all men a certain way. I'm talking about Tory Lanez. Y'all felt like maybe you have something in common with him. Maybe you're short, or maybe you are an asshole. Maybe you are whatever things. You're a liar. I don't know. But I'm talking about Tory. I'm not talking about all black
maybe
people.
We relate to a bitch ass nigga.
No.
Maybe you gay too. Maybe you're little. Maybe
I'm
you're
talking
short.
About Tory.
Maybe
so why is that all black
maybe you ain't getting no hoes. Maybe you got a receding hairline.
You niggas deserve to get stabbed for it.
Yeah, you should go to jail with him because
she called her only Mexican friend she got talking about. So there's these two niggas, right?
No, women is so typical, dog. You see how she try to shame us for not agreeing with her dumb shit.
I'm literally saying, I'm talking about this one man. These are the characteristics he has. Maybe you identify with them, and that's why you were feeling like I'm talking about all men. That is what I was saying. I was not saying all men are this way. Did you understand me this time?
We were talking about the case. We were talking about the case.
I really wish you would have heard me while I was talking earlier because I said several times that I believe that Tory is a stupid individual. I don't understand why he put himself in that situation in the first place. I also said once again that I believe Meg is a victim of something. I'm going to reiterate that again. I heard you because I don't know why you're jumping down my throat.
The first time,
when I'm being objective about the situation. The situation at hand is something happened.
Me the situation at hand. I know.
Why? See, but do you see what I'm saying? Why aren't you allowing me to
when
say
a woman's fed up?
Because I be
no matter what you say.
Because I be letting y'all niggas railroad me on this show a lot. And I don't feel like this tonight.
When do I ever railroad?
I'm not in the mood tonight to just be here and just letting y'all talk.
When have I ever railroad?
It's like running out of
Go ahead,
love.
GMS. Reiterate to me the 10th time that you feel like Meg is a victim and that you're not agreeing with everything that Tory did. Go ahead.
Thanks for permission. Fucking narcissist.
Ouch. My soul.
God, I was trying to hold that fucking
you may speak now, nigga.
What am I?
Your turn. After I try to manipulate you to push you into what you should say. I try to manipulate you to saying what I want you to say. Go ahead.
Listen. Go ahead, GMS. You want to say it so fucking bad. Say it.
What's wrong with you? Why is there steam coming out of your head right now? I see smoke rising out the back of your shit as we speak. I bet you it's hot in that room right now. What's going on? Fan out. You got a church fan in there. I know you got some type of fucking,
this is why y'all can't be president.
Flame Monroe fan behind you or some shit, man. Fan the flames. Fan the flames.
This is why y'all can't be president, man.
GMS, I want to hear your voice. Say what you wanted to say.
I want
you to say it, and I want to give you the chance without interrupting you.
Okay. I get it. I'm saying that regardless of whatever's going on, I believe that whatever was being told isn't what actually happened. I think what was being told was for a reason, because there was a vendetta against him by the person that was involved, Meg the Stallion. She doesn't like Tory. Tory went out there, bragged about the shit like he didn't do something, like he wasn't involved. And probably from her standpoint, because she saw what she saw while being belligerently drunk, she feels like he shot her. When I feel like they were all drunk as fuck, they were all fucked up, they're all dumb as shit, and there was a struggle for the gun, which is why she got shot in her fucking foot and not anywhere above her knees. That's what I'm saying. And if because you watched the trial and because you heard witness testimonies and all this other extra shit, great. I commend you for doing that, honestly. But that doesn't like negate my thought process of what I feel like happened that night. That's all.
Okay.
But regardless, the result was the same, which is what I'm trying to convey to you as well. The result was the same. She got shot. She was a victim of something. Tory's the idiot for being involved. But I just feel like there was a struggle for the gun.
Which makes sense.
Is that horrible? Is that a horrible take?
Listen, didn't I just say it makes sense? Like, what the fuck do you want me to say?
Why are you so mad? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I literally
we just agreed. She's like, all right, I agree with you, fuck nigga. You piece of shit. Like,
dude, see, this is hold on. I just want to say we're gonna move on from this. Everybody love you, Binki. Even us, we just fucking with you. Yeah. You finally getting hazed a little bit. But this is what I meant by Tory pissed off Megan. And once you piss a woman off to that level, whether you did it or not, you're responsible for her anger and her frustration, and she wants to see hell unleashed on you. Whether you was right or wrong, just because she don't fuck with you no more, a bitch will wish the worst shit on you. I ain't never seen people want someone to suffer as much as a woman that's mad. Even if it's a female friend, a co-worker, a child. When a woman is angry and pissed off at somebody, they can't just brush it off. They want to see hell unleashed on you. And that's unfortunate. But I think we're just playing too much. And Binki, you has been probably one of the strongest women that can deal with this type of, fuck shit. Because we doing some fuck shit on you right now. We doing some Jedi mind shit. But you holding it down. We're gonna move on, and I just pray that you can get to the next topic without calling us nigga or bitch ass nigga or anything derogatory. I want you to talk to us like we your brothers. I don't want you to carry this shit on to the next subject. because then we would be right. Everything we said we'd be right about it if you continue on with your bad energy. So
are y'all not entertained? Can I just say to the chat, are y'all not entertained? Did we entertain y'all so far tonight or what?
Do you know everybody loves Binki?
Yeah, and I know y'all don't agree with a lot of things I say, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all have.
No, it don't gotta be a lot. You ain't gotta put 100 on 10 now. Don't put 100 on 10.
Nigga, I'm not even talking to you, GMS. I'm talking to the chat.
Binki, I keep fucking with you. Stop it. Stop it. Woosa, where's your fan?
You know what? I do need a fan. Like, I ought to be doing that boots on the ground shit. I should have a fan so I could learn that shit. You right.
We'll make you a custom fan. I'll go make one of them flamerose.com.
And I'm not cute when I'm mad. I'm not trying to be cute when I'm mad. I'm just annoyed, you know. Decent say. Listen, I can't, you know, people be, you know, whatever. Anyway.
Look, next week. This is the shit you've been waiting for. 3G's you have to know. Friday night, a classic show.
I'm tired of Binki calling us as bitches. What the fuck is that? 3G's in this bitch.
Shout out to Golden Radio Hour. Thank you for the 20. They said,
oh, my bad.
They said,
my bad. I'm so sorry. Goddamn. Go ahead.
But yeah, this was entertaining. Listen, I'll fall on the story every now and then. I will be getting my feelings, and it's not an act, right? I was really annoyed, so I'm not gonna act like I wasn't. But at the end of the day, it's just a show, and hopefully, y'all were entertained by my bullshit as well as the guys. So,
what is all right? You know what the next
all right. So the next topic I wanted to talk about was this whole back and forth between Ryan Clark and RG3. Excuse me, sorry, y'all. So Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, okay, they had a foul situation in a basketball game the other day, and freaking Caitlin, you know, it was a hard foul, but it's basketball, right?
Angel Reese flopped.
She flopped, yeah, exactly. But it was a foul. It was just basketball. Like, it wasn't personal, right? Like, Correct. This is just shit that happens in basketball.
That's what anybody would have did that was guarding her in that fucking moment.
Yeah, like, fuck it. Make her go to the line. Mm-hmm. We're not making this shot easy for her, right?
It wasn't even that aggressive.
Did. Yeah. But when RG3 talked about it, essentially what RG3 was saying is that he could see the hate. You know, Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, and this is you know, whatever. Like, it's not just basketball. There's a reason behind hate that
white woman.
Whatever. He you know, he said, here, I'm gonna read what he said because he did a video. Unless y'all want to see the video, it's a 2-minute video. You want to watch it?
We can watch it.
All right, hold on. Let me pull it up. Hold on, and make sure I don't X y'all out of my life.
That's hilarious.
Oh, Jay Wright, thank you for
the she gonna rewatch this shit and hit us with some long ass text messages.
No,
like, that's what women do. They'll dwell on some shit that they got over, and then hit everybody with like 30 paragraphs.
AP is talking shit because I have never hit him after a show, even when we've been going back and forth. Me and him never hit him up crying about what he said or did on the show. Not one time. Never.
Today might be the day. Looking
Shut
at
the fuck up.
And furthermore, I feel like as a woman, I've took your shit. She gonna talk to us like the whole girl did Joe Clark and shit. Like, we care about these kids, and we want to make sure that they pass the basic minimal skills test.
Listen, tonight's not gonna be the night. I don't give a fuck that bad. Okay,
go ahead, Miss Levias. Go ahead.
God, you're so annoying. You're a disruptor. Okay, let me pull this shit up now.
He said, you are a provocateur. That's what you are.
Not a thank you. Good job. Job well done.
Okay, y'all can see my screen, right? So this is RG3 talking about the situation in the game.
So where was this type of reaction last year when Angel Reese got chokeslammed by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun? Y'all remember that? She got fouled so hard, they kicked Aaliyah Thomas out the game with a flagrant 2 foul. What did Angel Reese do? Nothing. He didn't get up and swing on her. You know why? The reaction was different because of who did it. And there is a lot of history there with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. You guys remember last year when Angel Reese celebrated Kennedy Carter getting that flagrant foul on the hip check against Caitlin Clark? You remember that? On the sideline, just, yeah, baby, get her, you get her. Who celebrates like that for a flagrant foul on another player if they don't dislike that player? Okay, you want some more evidence? Here's some more evidence. Remember last year when they were talking about who gets the credit for the expansion and the eyeballs and the popularity boost of women's basketball, not just the WNBA, but women's basketball in general, because of the spike in the women's NCAA tournament and WNBA viewership. A lot of people were attributing that to Caitlin Clark, and rightfully so. This is what Angel Reese had to say, and I quote, "People are talking about women's basketball. You never would think they'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to the games. We got celebrities coming to the games, sold out arenas just because of one single game. Just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on to be that for my teammates. I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, the reason we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too. I want y'all to realize that." Now, I've heard a lot of people say that I or others have made Angel Reese the villain. Did you not just hear herself call herself the bad guy? She called herself the villain. I'm not making her the villain. She's making herself the villain.
He said, "Are you proud of me, babe?" Did that make you feel good? Huh?
Hey, that kind of looked like the old GMS stage.
hey, Aries, hey, you gonna have to shoot at this nigga, man.
Aries, don't let him do that. So you see, he had his wife in the background
right with a little Bud Light, like.
She said, "That's right. That's right."
Oh my God.
Hey, this though.
What?
Listen,
before we get to the rest, I want to hear what you have to say.
I do want to say this because don't cheapen what he's saying. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Because we see a dude who tends to look like he's more comfortable around white people. Mm-hmm. He tends to have a white woman, or seems to have a white woman. That don't take away the accuracy of what the fuck he was saying. If y'all have not seen Angel Reese look with pure fucking venom at Caitlin every fucking minute, every time they link up, everything that they've been through, she cannot stand this bitch for sure. And the other issue is Caitlin is actually a better basketball player. Mm-hmm. That's unfortunately a rival that she could never live up to the rivalry.
For it to be a rivalry, a legit rivalry, she'd have to keep up on them stats, man.
But nigga, we made it. The people talking about them in the channels and the YouTube made it a rivalry. She wouldn't even exist if we didn't put her next to a superior basketball player as a rival. Because her skills does not put her next to a Caitlin, whatever fuck her name is, as far as the level of basketball player. That's like us trying to argue a bench player against Jordan. Like, why are they neck and neck? We actually made her famous by even allowing them to have a motherfucking rivalry. This girl can't hoop. I'm sorry.
Model, honestly.
Old girl can't fucking hoop.
She should just be a model. She'll make a lot of bread.
So, but it's very clear that she can't stand this fucking girl. Can't fucking stand her, and like he made a good point about, you didn't get mad when old girl damn near ended your career with that motherfucking jump on your neck shit, but you mad at this bitch for doing a proper foul when you trying to take the ball up and then you flop. Because what she do is she misses layups, she misses easy ass take ups. If she get bumped or not, she gonna miss that motherfucker. So she wanted to secure a foul and then get up and sell it and all that, but she wouldn't have did that with nobody else. So I think everything dude was saying, regardless of his leanings, whether he leaned towards white women or not, the nigga was right. And that's all I want to point out. Y'all need to start worrying about, just talk. listen to what's going on.
I don't care what he had to say because of
a lot of the comments.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I didn't care about that. Go ahead, GMS. What were you gonna say?
I'm gonna say this.
See, this is a good point. Mr. Cornball from the Peanut Gallery, but he is making a point, and I agree with Marcel because that's the best way to say it. He is clearly a cornball, but the nigga has some points. Goddamn it.
So he can have some points. Two things can be true. He can make points about Angel Reese and having hate for Caitlin Clark and how that whole thing transpired. The problem is, though, who this guy has portrayed himself to be and what he's allowed the public to see what he cares about. That's what brings the narrative of or the motive behind his approach to the situation. So because he holds his wife up on a pedestal in a different way, not as a human, but because she's white, and because he champions that to the point where he said that he's proud that his wife is white. Now, if that came out the wrong way, whatever, but that's what he was saying. That's what he said. He also has continued to make it a very obvious thing that he's in a interracial relationship. He makes that part of his identity.
Very much
so he wanted him over the top. Basically, it's like Jason Whitlock saying something. Y'all automatically like, nigga, fuck this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
fuck Jason Whitlock.
So it's automatic, even if they making a point. I don't know him.
No, not even that. Not even that.
Shit about this dude.
Not even that.
I just was going off what he was saying, and I agree with that shit.
The type of shit you're gonna hear what Ryan said. Ryan was making a point about how he knew how he was behind the scenes because they worked together at ESPN. He said he was the type of dude walking through there making all types of milk jokes and, you know, trying to be the guy that was being very obvious that he really strictly is with white women.
Angel Reese can't hoop, my nigga.
When you make points like that, and when you obviously are going against black women in a certain way, and when it seems like majority of your takes when it comes to them is a negative take, people are going to assume that it's because of not just because of what you prefer, but because he's not oblivious to the things that are said about him. That builds a sense of resentment. That builds up a sense of, oh, I got to fight back because now you feel like you have to protect that milk of magnesia on the back seat.
This is my problem with what we was talking about when we was talking about Tory and him. When I was talking about you can't defend every black woman because she black. And the problem with that is y'all do a disservice to all of the black women in the league that should get praised. All of the black women that we should know by name. All the black women that should get money because they worked hard and they got real skills. Y'all do them a disservice because y'all are goofy enough to just take on whatever the fuck they put in front of you, whether it's valid or not. She's not a valid fucking star. And I'm standing on that for real. But race or no race, we can't just, every time we march, and I'm going back to that shit I said earlier, march for someone who was running up the street with a gun and got a bad fucking record, gets killed. We march for him, and then there's another innocent black boy with straight A's that gets murdered by the police and don't nobody say a fucking word. That's the problem. We do injustice to people that deserve support by giving support to people that don't deserve it.
I agree. Hold on. Let me highlight this comment. Marcel, no, I don't care anything about that. Listen, I think you were on here when we talked about the fact that years ago, we used to be in everybody's chat, on everybody's live, talking shit to each other. So when me and N had a podcast, Meech was in there trolling us. You know what I'm saying? He didn't like when I used to comment on 3G's or a GMS show. So no, nothing you said has affected what we're doing on the show. We talked a lot of shit, and I'm pretty sure we still would if we were all around each other that way.
Now, I want to, can you highlight what woke is the new sleep said? He said Ryan is a clown and his first BM is white GMS. Well, if you listen to what Ryan said, he didn't say anything that he had a problem with black men dating white women. He never said anything like that. That was
no, he didn't. Comprehension is key.
Yeah, at all. He didn't say that. So people bringing that up, it's not a gotcha moment because he didn't sit up there and say that was wrong. What he was saying was when you make that part of your identity, when you're somebody who holds that up to the point where you think that that's like the most important thing about what's going on in your life when it comes to that person, or you're trying to, like I said, I feel like RG3 has built a resentment. It doesn't matter if Ryan's first BM is white. He's somebody who will stand in his blackness and take up for Black people and speak on Black issues in what I believe is the correct way to do so.
Yeah. And not only that, GMS, didn't he say, like, I met RG3's wife. I had a conversation with her. She's a nice woman, and there's more to her than being white. Like, so he wasn't even more than that. Yeah, he's like, she's more than that.
To highlight that, that's why he said it's a problem. It's a problem for him to just highlight that when he said his wife is more than that. As a matter of fact, he put a magnifying glass probably on his own relationship and probably had his wife like, are you really just with me because I'm white, or do you actually really love me and fuck with me? Like, is this like, is there some merit to this? Like, that's probably why he came back. The response that he had talking about the nigga was attacking his wife and attacking his family,
and he was
because he probably stirred some shit up at home. You notice she wasn't sitting in the back when he made that video,
right?
He was comfortable one where he was talking about Angel, but he wasn't. She wasn't back there when he responded to RG3 when that was your your basis. Your basis was he attacked your wife and your family. I don't know why she wasn't in the back then. But
I agree with that. I didn't mean to play that while you were talking to you.
Oh no, go ahead. I do want us to hear that too.
Okay, to hear what Ryan said. Okay.
We moved in to being able to read the expressions of a person and know their intent, know their character, know their perspective. But he does understand hate, because I think he also understands the hate of self. When you look at the play, which is all we can speak to as professionals, all we can speak to as analysts, Angel Reese pushed one of her teammates. Caitlin Clark had a hard foul, which is part of basketball. I feel like it was assessed correctly. And Angel Reese's reaction is the sort of reaction you get in a situation when you feel like you took an intentionally hard foul. That's competitiveness. That's rivalry. That's not hate. And so now, though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train, and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy, as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlin Clark's heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what Black women have to endure in this country, about what young Black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlin Clark's rise and ascension into stardom. Now, when you look at it, I think A'ja Wilson is the face of the league. A'ja Wilson is the best player in the league. Caitlin Clark is the most important player in the WNBA. And a ton of her fandom has come along with some racial bias or some racial pieces to why people love her so much. And so now, if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what Black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back, amening and clapping. And so to me, it's just another situation that now this young lady has to deal with. When I worked with RG3, he would make all of these sort of corny jokes about milk and how much he loved it and how important it was. And he always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin, as if the color of her skin is what makes her special, as if the color of her skin is what makes her a good wife. I've met the lady, I've had a conversation with her. Right. I think she's more than that. But it also leads to what Black women deal with a lot from Black men who have chose to date or marry outside of their race. They always feel like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over Black women by denigrating Black women. I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that and understand that Angel Reese can be great in her own right, as Caitlin Clark is as well. Caitlin Clark is a likable and lovable superstar. She pays homage to the stars of the past. She pays homage to the Black women that have come before her. And now she is carrying the mantle forward. So there's no need to pin those two against each other and paint them based.
We got a couple seconds, never mind. There's only a couple seconds left.
I mean, we could end it there.
Look, I do want to respond to this because I do think that sometimes when niggas type in all caps, it thinks that they right because it's the same thing as when a nigga talk loud, you think he right. I'm gonna say this. I want to respond.
Woke is the new sleep comment, or
said RG3 has a Black mom and sister, dickhead, only pro wax, agreeing with Ryan and is sad. Do you know his relationship with his black mom and sister? Do you know how he was raised? Do you think that him acting the way that he acts now is a reflection of how he was raised? So how do you think that somebody like him could relate to something that he is actively removing himself from with the way that he is portraying himself and the way that he holds his wife's whiteness on a pedestal? Is that how he was raised? Because if that was how he was raised, I don't think that's a spitting image of what a reflection of what black women go through in this country is. Now, I don't know what his relationship with his mom is. I'm just giving you an example of niggas shouldn't be so gung-ho on doing the whole grouping everybody together, talking about pro-wax, agreeing with Ryan, when you don't know this nigga's family. You don't know if he even has a relationship with his mother like that.
What is a pro-whack? I don't. What is that?
It's a play off that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Shit, but
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Stay asleep, nigga.
Yeah.
But what did y'all think about what Ryan said?
Because I also agree with some of the points that RG3 said, but you can't agree with both people because niggas want you to be on one side or the other. Niggas is weird.
That's exactly where I'm finna come from. I think they both made valid ass points.
Yeah.
I think they both pandered. One pandered to white motherfuckers and one pandered to black motherfuckers, but they both was pandering. If they would have just kept the conversation based on what happened, they both had the same motherfucking view of it. One said that, you know, it's a hard foul, it's competitive, blah, blah, blah. That's disingenuous to act like it ain't bigger than that with them. To act like they don't have a bigger rivalry other than her just being a competitive person that got fouled, that's lying. You basically lied for her to pander to black people that's going to take that side. Oh, the other nigga was overly geeked about white bitches, but that don't mean he don't love black women or love his black family. He might just love white bitches. You know what I'm saying? So he just love white pussy. So I'm just saying it'd be wrong to assume that he don't have allegiance to black people because he loves white pussy that much. Right, Jim? No, the point is, I'm just saying, when I'm listening to both of them, I don't 100% agree with either side. All I see is the video of the foul. I keep playing that back in my head, and the way she acted after the foul, and the flop, and the way she tried to charge her up. And Caitlyn was like, dude, I'm just hooping, man. I'm just hooping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that ain't wrong.
But if they're rivals,
people so much that the bitch, you know,
right.
you lie on her. You know what I'm saying?
But
go ahead.
If they're rivals, and y'all tell me, because I don't watch basketball near as much as I used to. But if you're a rival with someone and you don't necessarily like them, doesn't mean you hate them, right? But you don't like them for whatever reason, y'all just don't jive. Is your reaction not different than if it's someone you don't really give a fuck about?
And that's why we can't lie. Like the second cat, you know, what's the second cat?
Ryan.
He will have to lie to act like it's just competition. He would have to lie. Like the way you was treating us about 30 minutes ago with that vitriol and that venom, you know what I'm saying?
That was 5 years worth of shit pent up.
But the point is, everyone in the comment could read your reaction and they weren't wrong. You admittedly was pissed after 5 years of buildup. Everyone else saw your frustration showing on your face. That's exactly what you see with Angel Reese has to do with anything to do with Caitlyn. She has that same level of disdain. So
does that mean she hates her though? I'm asking.
Like it just about GMS 30 minutes ago.
I don't hate y'all, but y'all get on my nerves sometimes. That's true, but that doesn't mean I hate you. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
I get that, but I mean, nobody dumb. You know what I mean? Like you can't watch.
Like it's more to it.
If we were watching a movie, let's take it off of them. If we were watching a movie and there was two characters, one was giving the facial expressions and looking like how she looked every single time this other bitch is mentioned, it's right for the viewer of the movie to be like, oh, this bitch hate her guts. You get what I'm saying? So how come in real life when we using our eyes, we can't see that this bitch cannot stand this fucking woman? You get what I'm saying? And I'm not taking up for either one. I don't watch no fucking female basketball. Like who the fuck watching them miss layups and shit? I don't want to see that shit.
This is my biggest point about this whole shit is the fact that people are like we doing right now. It's whole think pieces behind a hard foul in basketball. But it's only because
we're not leaving it at what it is.
But that's what I'm saying. This nigga Draymond can run down the court, do 14 backflips and kick a nigga in his chest, and all we'll do is laugh about the shit for a few days, make a couple memes, and move the fuck on. A hard foul, that wasn't shit. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got fucked up. It wasn't. I don't even think that shit was flagrant like that. I think it was just a hard ass foul because she didn't want the easy two.
Honestly, it didn't look that fucking hard. She basically put her hand on her back and put her arm out. She brought the ball up and flopped. But that's actually how you're supposed to defend that motherfucking shit. So
it's the conversation around the two.
Because it go back to why even in the chat. You got some people calling dude pro whack or whatever. You got, this the point. This the problem. You got one people trying to pander to the white people, like I said, and another nigga pandering to black people. Instead of just talking about what the fuck happened. Same thing with any other case. I use these examples all across the board. Everything don't need to be defended. Everything don't need to be a race bait. Everything don't need to be a conversation beyond what the fuck happened. What happened was Angel Reese flopped. She couldn't ball out on her defender that she got a rivalry with. You know what I'm saying? And she gets extra angry about it. She shows you up every time y'all play against each other. She hate the bitch. It ain't that fucking hard to understand. But I don't know. I don't care that much either, by the way.
Yeah, I don't either. I think it's good for the game, man. Build the rivalry. As a matter of fact, I hope Angel uses that shit as fuel so she can get better at her fucking job.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's a great point too, because how I said all these other women that deserve clout, he brought up the best player in the league, right? Didn't Ryan bring up the name of the best player in the league?
Asia Wilson. Asia.
Now, see, I don't know because I don't watch it, but that shows you. How come I know Angel Reese name? How come I know Caitlin Clark name, but I don't know the best player in the league name? That's why this is stupid.
Because of the analysts, really.
And that's my point. And it's the same thing with Angel. Angel do not have the game to be brought to the level of one of the faces of the league. She ain't cold like that. Y'all can argue that.
But it happens a lot, especially when it comes to like looks and things like that. I remember that happening in tennis. I don't remember, was it Sharapova, one of them that really wasn't that good, but they would always try to bring her up against Serena. It's just like the same. It just happens all the time.
And see, this soft shit too. Black women can't be angry. Okay, bro. You can be angry, but we not gonna lie and act like it ain't anger, motherfucker. You angry. This bitch angry. She was angry. She hate the white bitch with all her heart. She can be that, but she is that, my nigga. The bitch hate her. So she's allowed to, but let's stop acting like it was competition. The bitch hates her guts. You may carry on.
Okay. Well, this whole thing is
my niggas too pro whack. Go ahead.
Anyway, this whole thing is like going back and forth. RG3, got really offended, by what Ryan said and felt like Ryan was bringing in his wife into it and he shouldn't, and he was disrespecting his wife and all, Twitter is like full of a bunch of, I don't know.
You can't have your bitch.
Now hold on, goddamn it.
She not be a target.
You don't bring up my wife.
Right.
Hold the malarkey.
Right, that's the thing.
Back there,
she
but
shouldn't
she
be back there.
And damn sure clapping along to some
right.
She should know. That's another problem. A lot of times when black men and white women are together, it is. Now I'll say this. I'm gonna be on my pro whack shit. Yeah, your white woman or non-black woman. I got a Mexican wife. She knows her limitations when it comes to talking about black issues, and it's the black man's responsibility to make sure that your other race woman knows her limitations when it's talking about who you are and who your family is. And so that is some truth to that. There's no way she should have felt comfortable co-signing any of that shit.
Yeah, you'll
now
never
that just shows, he's not running that right. But
and that's why it speaks to Ryan's point. The whole relatable shit.
I'll accept that, because I don't know none of these figures enough to know what's going on. I'm just going off of what I see right now.
If she's not self-aware enough to know when to interject or when to shut the fuck up, that's the issue. And if he's not checking that, or if he accepts that, then that's what's giving off the perception that, hey, you not in there having those conversations. You can't relate, or you don't want to relate.
Because she gonna be the type that's at her job acting like because she got black kids or a black husband, she can get away with some the wrong conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, you know, I can see all these things being true or false, or I mean true or, you know, right in these different situations. But I don't pick no side with this type of shit. What are we talking about? What's the subject? That's all we supposed to be going back and forth about. What is the subject? Not trying to pin it on race and other shit.
Okay. Thank you guys for that. Now I wanted to actually talk about something else, not entertainment like based. I wanted us to talk about the legalization of vices. So we know that there are a lot of vices that we have, right, as Americans, as people. And there's a lot of talk about what should be legalized and what should not be legalized, what the benefits are to them. Now, the ones I want to talk about, and y'all, if I leave any vices off that y'all think should be there, definitely say it in the comments or y'all say it here. But the vices I wanted to talk about are gambling, drinking, prostitution, drugs, and that's it. Okay. Those are the vices I want to talk about. So drinking has been legalized for a long time. But I want to get y'all opinion on, do you think it helped us to legalize it? And if so, why? Or if not, why not?
It helped in a lot of ways to legalize it, because it was the reason why the cartels thrive is because cocaine is illegal and fentanyl is illegal and these drugs are illegal, so they thrive. That's the bootleggers and the mob was thriving when alcohol was illegal.
Yeah.
So when you regulate shit and legalize it, it can be controlled better. But I don't think you should outlaw alcohol. You should outlaw drunkardness. You know, you shouldn't be allowed to be drunk and allowed to drive drunk or be belligerent in public, or, you know what I mean? You criminalize that, you know, what that thing does. Because there's people that can handle liquor and function. So they shouldn't be penalized because these motherfuckers can't handle that liquor. Therefore, if you can't handle your liquor and function, then you're criminalized for being a deadbeat or a wino or, you know, homeless behind your drinking, or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so it's more of like the out of control aspects of it that should be criminalized.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. Like, you got to understand the cause and effect from it. You're going to legalize alcohol and make a legal age and accept for people to go out and get drunk. You got to now make sure you got enough patrol to go out there and catch drunk drivers to try to save lives. It's a cause and effect from it. So, I mean, I think it is helped economically. I don't think it's helped society like as a whole. I mean, when you think about your days in high school or days in college and shit, you may have a few of those good times when you go on vacations as grown-ups, but at the same time, you know, something is inevitable to happen. Something may go wrong. I guess it's a balance to it when you think about alcohol.
That's why I say you need to criminalize those that are irresponsible with something, not the thing itself. Guns. A legal gun owner should be able to have a fucking gun. A motherfucker who do not practice safe wielding of a firearm should go to jail for that shit. You know what I'm saying? He gonna hurt somebody or hurt himself because this motherfucker ain't taking his weapon serious. And the same thing with a drug or any other vice. What are some of the vices you said other than alcohol?
Gambling is one that seems to be now getting more and more accepted into the mainstream. Like we have these apps like DraftKings, and I forgot what the other one is, but it's targeting young boys and Prize Picks. Yeah. And they say, like, when I was looking up statistics, that like young boys are the most vulnerable to gambling. But again, I feel like, wasn't there some mob activity always around running numbers and gambling anyway? So it's legalizing.
Gamblers is gonna gamble, motherfucker. They would gamble on a quick shot, like shoot a jumper from half court. $50. Like, if you're gonna gamble, you're gonna gamble. But again, I think if you outlaw degeneracy, if that's the right word, where you don't get to be a bum, You don't get to not have a productive way of contributing to society.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what's causing you not to have it. You can blame it on your gambling. You can blame it on your drugs. You can blame it on your alcohol. If you can't contribute or you're causing issues in society, that's illegal.
Yeah.
That'll land you in fucking jail. That'll land you to be removed from society because you're in the way. Because I don't see how you can. Life wouldn't be fun without half of this shit we talking about. We want to be able to enjoy the shit. The responsible people want to be able to enjoy these things.
Well, that's the one thing about certain laws is that regardless of the people that break them, they still restore order in a sense. You don't have everybody out here running wild and being lawless because there are laws in place. You start putting certain laws in place that are, important to society, like what you were just saying. It's gonna put a halt to a lot of it. It may not stop people. You can never stop everybody from committing crimes, but it's gonna decrease that.
Can I read y'all some statistics about gambling real quick?
Yeah.
So it's saying here that in the US, about 1 in 20 adults struggle with some level of a gambling problem, with 1% meeting the criteria for a severe gambling addiction. It says the annual economic cost of gambling addiction in the US is estimated at $6 to $7 billion. Online gambling is a growing trend, with 94% of sports wagers being placed online in 2023. And the risk factors: men and younger individuals are more likely to experience gambling addiction. Gambling problems can lead to debt, unemployment, and even criminal behavior. So I just wanted to kind of like read some of that stuff as far as just figuring out, like, yeah, if we decriminalize it, because like y'all said, right, if people know how to do things, I guess, in a responsible way, why take that from those people? But is it worth the risk, I guess, to society as a whole to make this more accessible? Because it's even the leagues now are getting in on promoting some of this. And before, like, they were very far away from any kind of sports betting. Like, that was such a taboo thing for them.
Well, they really fucked up the by them legalizing gambling and shit with sports. Y'all legalized the throwing of games. They're gonna see the computerized gambling bets made, and the house will always win, motherfucker. They're gonna make sure the outcome of that game is geared towards what they seen the bets say, not the fucking athletes themselves. And we watch games get thrown halfway through the game. You're like, what the fuck happened? They got that phone call, and bets was in. They was like, Seattle need a win, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? The house always wins, man. So it's an illusion to think that gambling is something that's gonna benefit you in your life. Like Copaesthetic said he won 700. Wait, he ain't to say one. He said it won it, right? Who said he won?
No, somebody, I think.
Yeah. Woke is the new sleep said he won 700 on FanDuel.
That's
you probably gave up 5G's in the last year to get that 700 back, which is typically how it happens. You know what I'm saying? So again, I don't care about none of this. I don't care about you drinking. I don't care about you smoking. I don't care about you fucking. I don't care about you gambling. If you in the way because of your not being able to control yourself, I want you out of my way. I want you in prison or dead, motherfucker. So if your gambling caused you to be in my way, I want something bad to happen.
You don't want to see my prize picks, man.
You be on there.
I gotta delete that goddamn app.
Is it like hard to?
No,
because you start winning easily.
You
and
win
so
some,
like,
but you lose some. But you win, you live to bet another day.
Is that
just another thing, right? They I think it might be only you, Marcel, that's using the analogy, not even an analogy. You saying it's investing, like no different than buying stocks and shit like that. If y'all was able to track how much y'all lost in a year,
man,
and put that same money into a real investment or into your own life or property, or just paying down something physical, paying your car off, whatever the fuck it is. You put that same money into your actual life as opposed to out there to hopefully wins you something. You're going to have more accumulated in the coming years than you ever will have gambling. You know who told me this shit? A fucking Indian nigga at the gas station when I was buying some lottery tickets.
Really?
He said, "Why don't you just take the dollar and put it in something else? Because you're not gonna win." He was talking shit, but I knew what he meant. He was like, "My dollar would do better off going in my gas tank, goddamn it, than on his damn ticket." Or
something of value,
and we be wanting a quick fix of our bad choices. That's why we, gambling is so motherfucking like, what's the word, like
addictive
and enticing. Because you want a quick fix because you don't want to take the actual steps to be wealthy. You can literally just make good choices and have more and more shit every year. You can, let's say you a car freak, but because you don't gamble, you buy a new car every year. You can have a whole fleet of fucking cars. And even though they're cars and they devalue, if you got $100,000 worth of cars, you still got $100,000 worth of cars. I don't give a fuck how old they are, what car they is. It's still 100 G's of liquid. I mean, not liquid, of something you can sell that will equate $100,000. Same thing with gun collections, with real investments, with the houses. You can put that same money in some shit, and 10 years of you gambling and 10 years of me stacking bread and buying shit, who gonna have more shit?
Man.
One of you niggas might get lucky enough to hit it big. One out of millions and billions. I'm just saying it's a trick. I never gambled like that. I never was a heavy gambler. Every blue moon, I'll just make a dumb bet just on some dumb shit. Drinking. I like to drink, but I hate being drunk or sick. So I know to stop. I know when that shit getting too much for me, like, let me chill. Anybody that drink to get blacked out, that's weird as fuck. You a weirdo to want to get blacked out. You a weirdo to want to drink till you don't know what's going on or you pissing on yourself. That's fucking weird, my nigga. And how can you be a active parent or friend or son or daughter and you a blackout drunk type motherfucker? You in the way. Somebody got to pick your ass up and clean your throw up and piss up.
Yeah.
You shouldn't want these things in your life. Any addiction, goddammit.
What about legalizing prostitution? And let me ask
y'all. Go ahead. No, I'll with you. Go ahead. I'll save it for last.
He said, now you're talking my language.
Well, I was just gonna say, what do y'all feel like the difference is between prostitution and like
getting married
actors?
Oh, I didn't know what you was gonna compare it to. Go ahead.
Like professional, like on camera work, like what's the difference if you're still getting paid to have sex? Like, do you feel like there's a difference between?
There's just a higher risk. There's a higher risk
because it's not regulated.
Yeah, and you talking about versus like people doing corn or people on the street or what?
Yeah, like it's just prostitution.
The higher risk being on the street because you never know who you're gonna run into. It's a lot safer to be in an organized setting when you on camera. If you on the street, you got to gamble with the person that you are face to face with. You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be a one of those nights where you do what you got to do and get paid, or is it going to be one of those nights where you never make it back home? It's a risk to that shit. But I do think it should be legal for people. You know what I'm saying? Niggas want to go get their nut off, do your thing. There's a lot of niggas that can't go out and get it. You know what I'm saying? Naturally. You know what I'm saying? They got to pay for it. So why lock them little niggas up? You know what I'm saying? A lot of these motherfuckers be like the dude from the Players Club and shit. Nigga, Melvin, is that the nigga name?
I never can remember when you asked. I'm like I cannot remember that dude's name.
They be like, you gotta. It's a gamble with that shit. You know what I'm saying? He could pop up at your house some dumb shit, but it's it's those type of niggas. Not even just those. I'm not even gonna stereotype it, but I'm just saying like it should be legal. Do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that too, 100%. It should be legal. It's safer legal for the workers and the Johns and shit. The revenue from it can be monitored. It will limit what they say they do with children, from other places. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to say it without saying it, but the takings of people
around.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like all those things. I would never want that to be going on in the world if it could be fixed. And I think legalizing.
Okay, I pay for the pussy. Okay.
Is that a song or you just made that up?
I don't know, but he felt it in his spirit though.
That's a real song.
Okay. I'm like, wow, that was good.
Yeah. But I also think that it should be regulated where you're not under 25, because this Cassie case made me to understand that we have been wrong about allowing people 18 and 21 to be grown and feel grown, when we learned through science that you're not fully developed at that age. And I know a lot of criminals, I know a lot of young dudes who make a lot of dumbass decisions in their early they teens and early 20s that cost them their whole life. And if they would have had maybe a little more time to mature, they probably wouldn't have made them decisions. So I don't think if you're going to legalize half of this shit, including drinking or gambling, I think you should be over 25 years old for all that shit.
Okay, now I want to read y'all some information about prostitution in the U.S. It says that prostitution-related arrests are a significant issue, with an estimated 70,000 to 80,000 arrests annually, costing taxpayers approximately $200 million. Of those arrested, a large majority, 70%, are female sex workers or madams, followed by 20% who are male prostitutes or pimps, and 10% are customers. So the majority are the women workers that do it, and it does cost a lot of money. So I could see that possibly being an issue for it. But also legal status and the T word that the AP was trying to avoid saying. It says the legal status of prostitution does not significantly impact that. But countries with legalization of buying sex tend to have higher inflows of trafficked individuals, which is interesting because you would think legalizing it, that would not happen. But that's
you got to think about the infrastructure of those countries. The countries that are typically legal aren't ran by their governments. They ran by their gangs and
like their militias and
and their cartels and their syndicates and their mobs and shit. They're not; those countries aren't really ran by a working government
fighting against the resistance and shit.
You know what I'm saying? So of course it's real easy for them to continue to make their dirty money. They'll make their dirty money anywhere they can. Go ahead.
Do you think people maybe flock to those countries because it's legal there and they're trying to make money? So they're like, well, let's go over here and make the money. Do you think that's what's driving the, moving people over there to do it versus if it were legal here, we wouldn't be trying to move people?
Well, when they start charging pimps and giving them 70 years and shit, I'm going to take my bitch somewhere else too if it's legal over there. But that's one thing. And the women too. The women is like, dude, y'all, I'm tired of getting harassed when I'm doing something that it's a victimless crime if it's done the way it's intended to be done. The trading of services for some money. It's no different than a massage. You just massaging me with your mouth or your pussy. You know what I'm saying? It's just a massage. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, if we really want to regulate it in America, it would be a lot easier and a lot safer. I can't speak on governments that aren't controlled by their law and order. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're going to have children and everybody else involved in that shit, because who's going to stop them?
They ain't going to dare have a red light district in America.
They kind of do. I mean, Figueroa is motherfucking red light district. Motherfucking Vegas Strip is red light district.
That's the out of the box red lights. These motherfuckers is behind doors and behind windows.
These bitches is walking around.
You have to pay to get to them.
Oh, good. I get what you're saying.
There's too much access to them out there.
Well, they have it in Vegas. They have the Bunny Ranch, and they have like similar venues like that,
brothels and stuff.
Yeah,
my screen out because I lit a joint. I don't want to be smoking on camera.
Yeah, no, I figured that. That's the only time you usually turn it off, right?
That's somebody asked. Somebody thought my screen.
Okay.
And I don't want that shit done on the streets. Again, remember I said I don't want shit in my way.
Yeah,
I don't care if these things exist. They should be underground. You shouldn't have to drive through a city and your child can see prostitutes dressed like prostitutes.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or drug addicts bent over and slumped over on some heroin and shit. This shit should not be in sight. It should be in a establishment where there's rules, where there's ways of monitoring things and people. you know.
Now, if you was 10, 11, 12 years old, you saw that shit, AP, what you thinking about? You curious.
If I was 13,
shit like that, you like, man.
Nigga, if I was 13 and you give me a lawnmower and 2 weekends, I'm gonna have me enough for some pussy. And I am going to be shopping my little nasty ass, freaky ass dude ass off. Cause these bitches
mowing laws for a mission. Goddamn.
Some of these like these like LA bitches. Listen, it's certain blades, dog, where them bitches is damn near dimes. If they wasn't street bitches,
I don't doubt that.
Like look at Cassie. Imagine if she wasn't. Women like Cassie, as much as y'all want to make her a victim and shit, which she is in different reasons, a lot of those women are that fucking sexual. They just nymphos.
Yeah.
But they just have a higher price than other hoes. Her price is millionaires, and other bitch price is a couple $100. They still hoes. God damn it. They just, you know. So I'm just saying she just more expensive. She 20 million for that. You know what I'm saying? 20, 30 million. So all I'm saying is there's some bad bitches out there. And if I was a 13-year-old and a horny and I probably would have fucked my life up.
Right. So that brings me to my next question, because we're talking about vices, right? These are things that people, you know, can't help but to love or really want to do, right? Get addicted to.
I could never imagine buying pussy like I buy weed. That'll fucking
like so
suck.
Transactional. But like, is it good for society just because we can use the money for other reasons that we say are good or better, education or whatever? Is it good for society though, for us to condone these things? And if so, why?
I believe sexuality is as normal as any other activity. Done right. Again, it's no different than me getting a massage. It's no different than me, going to shoot my guns or going to, going to the spa. You get what I'm saying? Like, imagine a place where you don't feel wrong for spending your money and getting a service by someone who is willing to provide it, who went to school even to learn to be even the better dick sucker. You know what I'm saying? What if they had community college classes on dick sucking and shit? I'm just saying, you got a bachelor's degree. I'm just saying, think about it, bro. There's geisha women in different cultures, and these things wasn't disgusting. These things was like done in a way, bath houses and shit. Different things happen over time that didn't make the world fucked up. What happened was we put things that are supposed to be underground, we put it on above ground. These things should have stayed underground, and we wouldn't have an issue with a lot of this shit. And a lot of women would choose it. We're watching right now, with women having the freedom that they have right now, we're watching majority of women bypass degrees, bypass wanting to be a nurse or a doctor or any of this other shit. They have all the options of jobs. And majority of them are choosing to be hoes. This is what their freedom is allowing them to do, and they picking being hoes.
Copacetic art says strippers don't go to college. Now that's a goddamn lie.
Goddamn.
No, they definitely.
I just brought up the Players Club, nigga. Diamond was a scholar, nigga.
Yeah, and I know some in real life.
It's an easier route too, because you can go to work when you want to, make cash, but still have the freedom to be going to school and actually finish school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I think it's a noble profession. Be honest with you.
It is, but that's why I don't like when people call them hoes. And y'all have called strippers hoes on this show. And I think that they're I think they're only hoes
tomato,
sex. Right?
They do. They be
if you think a stripper is not fucking for dollars, you are crazy. Now, let me say this. I don't give a fuck who it is. They can argue me all they want to. It go back to what I said about Cassie.
Mm-hmm.
It take the right nigga with the right amount of the price. Okay. The price might be higher for that noble stripper that I don't fuck. Bitch, how much? Stop me when we get there, bitch. You know what I'm saying? There is a price for that bitch. And she don't get to act more noble than this bitch who got to fuck 30 niggas for the same bread, and she get to fuck one for the same amount of bread. But if you think she won't, and sometimes it ain't even the bread. It might just be a celebrity that came in the club. A celebrity came in the club. So she playing a long game. I'm going to fuck with him. Shit, this going to be my boyfriend. Then I'm going to rape him for 20 million, 30 million later. You know what I'm saying?
Get a baby about the nigga, get some child support for the next 18 years.
Same thing with the chick with Shannon Sharp. I believe she the type that said, I'm playing a long game. I'm finna get my bread.
You're not making shit on OnlyFans.
I'm recording everything we talk about. I'm making sure this nigga sound weirder and weirder. I'm telling him that I like it. Like, hey man, talk to me like this. I like to be talked to like that, man. Grab me by the throat. And then when the recorder's on, she like, don't grab me by the throat.
I don't want to be choked.
You like it, don't you, bitch? You like it, you little white bitch. Help! Like, what the fuck?
Stop moving. I'm gonna put a big black baby in you.
His goofy ass thinking because she done already set this nigga up and told him I like getting talked to like that.
Sit up there and put you out in public. I'll choke you in public. That's what I do to you.
Now, is there a woman that probably never saw pussy in a club? I'm sure they exist. I mean, there's always an outlier. There's always a unicorn somewhere. But again, maybe no one with her price came through. But she got a price. Oh, Michelle Obama, if I just sit there with just stacks of money and I'm just putting it on the table, she like, no. I'm like, she like, no. At some point, she was like, all right, pull your dick out. Fuck it. Let me get that money real quick.
Ain't nothing but a few minutes.
Yeah, then boom, I got some hair from Michelle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying.
Whoa.
All right, y'all
okay, but
what's your point?
Anyway, so
hey, y'all see that? Y'all see that?
Because I was about to ask you something else.
She was thinking.
I don't have a price. I don't have a price. I don't think I would know it until I know. You know,
you
what
answered
I'm saying?
that like Donnell Rollins on $1 Million worth of game.
Like, huh? What?
I'm not going to answer your question because you are a provocateur. Okay,
he never fucking man. What you mean? What?
He is provocateur, but no. Wait, I should have did like GMS.
You basically did. I
wasn't ready for that because I was about to ask you a question anyway. But honestly, I don't have a price, so I don't know. I haven't found it yet, but doesn't mean it's not there, like you said.
I'm just saying. I'm sure.
Anyway, but also we didn't talk about drugs specifically, right? So, are there certain kind of drugs, like obviously weed? You know, it's controversial. People say it's a drug or not, but it is getting legalized recreationally a lot of places. But besides weed, should all drugs just be legal? Like, is that good or bad for
cocaine? Would be good because it won't be fentanyl, and they know they buying cocaine, and cocaine, pure cocaine, and weed went hand in hand with alcohol, meaning most people could function, and a few can't, but most people can function off pure cocaine, weed, and alcohol.
You know how many people would still be alive today?
But opioids in any form, whether it be lean pills, straight up heroin, fentanyl, tranquilizer, anything opioid should not be legal. That shit makes you into a fucking zombie for real.
Zombie, man. Zombified ass.
It eats your body out and rots you from the inside. That shit should not be legal.
Get them fucking whippets out of here, you fucking canister sniffing ass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Everything else got
That's
medicinal. Crazy. Everything else was used medicinally.
Even fentanyl, right?
There. We like the shrooms, yeah.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah, true. Fentanyl, true, but that's true. Damn, but still,
very, very small.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, we not doing
shit
that.
From the hospital. That's one thing, but on the street, nigga, you're wilding.
Yeah, I don't even want to go there then because that shit. I don't want no reason for that shit to be okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, coke, weed, and alcohol
Shrooms.
To me, shrooms I never had, but I ain't never heard nobody wilding the fuck out off of shrooms either.
Like hurting other people. Yeah, I haven't heard that either.
And that's why I said the outlaw shouldn't be necessarily the drug. It should be
abuse.
whether or not you're functioning. Because let's say you don't do nothing. Let's say you don't do no drugs, no gambling, no prostitution, no sex buying, but you a fucking in the way ass nigga. I want you to go to jail, motherfucker.
You don't work.
You living off of other people. You bugging people. You bumming cigarettes. You asking for this. You in the way. You always got a story. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want you around.
I don't know.
And I'm sure I'm not alone, motherfucker.
I don't know if I have any WWF vets in here, but correct me if I'm wrong. I might have to track back my shroom statement. Was Chris Benoit off of shroom tea when he killed his whole family and himself?
He might have had shroom tea mixed with some other drugs. You know,
I think that's what the report was that he made a drink that had psilocybin in it, and he started going crazy and it mixed with the roids apparently because he was off that other shit. So if you mix that shit, yeah, you might have a bad reaction. So it might not just
necessarily the shrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I really hadn't heard anything. Now I've heard a lot of roid stories, right? Roid rage stories of violence and things like that, but never quite shrooms or anything. Oh, see, okay, they keep saying
how come it couldn't just be the kids and the wife? Why y'all blaming everything but the real reason?
What?
I would just only imagine if you want somebody gone, you want them gone for a fucking reason. Anybody ever think of that?
No.
He said, I've had it up to here.
I'm sick of this shit. That nigga lost his mind.
Wow. Yeah.
Look, man, sometimes it's just that, man. Sometimes it's just that. They're like, what was he doing? Yeah, I was on roids. I've been on roids. But I ain't kill him, 3 years ago.
Oh my God. Okay. I mean, so y'all basically from this discussion, what I'm getting from y'all is that it's not a bad thing for society to legalize our vices, but we just have to understand what we're getting from that, I guess.
Humans need boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Clear, strict boundaries. Because without it, we will test the limits every fucking time. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm leaving it on.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So that's all I had.
All right. Well, shit. Let's end this because we went pretty long. Good fucking show. Binki, y'all see how she recovered? Can y'all give her credit? Most women will be trying to. She would not let go of her anger. She let go. She was able to move on. She was able to get over it. It shows growth. It shows maturity. This is the type of black women that you should be defending, not Meg the Stallion ass, lying ass about getting shot in the foot.
I'm trying to start fights with you.
All right, we up out of here.
Bye, y'all.